FPHL action returns to the First Arena on Saturday, October 21st at 6:07 p.m. as the latest addition to the FPHL battles the Watertown Wolves. Don't miss a minute of the hard-hitting action as the River Sharks feed on the FPHL. Call 607-734-PUCK and guarantee yourself a spot today. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
You're listening to Elmira River Sharks Hockey. Now back to John Clement in the arena.
Hello and welcome in here live to the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. My name is John Clement, bringing you all tonight's action and the action all season long. Tonight, Game 1 gets underway as your Elmira River Sharks get set to take on the Binghamton Black Bears. The I-86 rivalry will begin anew with this brand new iteration of Elmira hockey. These two cities began competing 23 years ago today, October 14th, 2000, right here at the then known as Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena. Tonight, the River Sharks look to begin their tenure in Elmira by flipping the script. It was a 4-1 loss to the Icemen to make a big win for the newest Elmira team. These two teams are going to meet 13 times over the course of the season. This is going to be a matchup that needs to be paid attention to, something that the fans are going to have a lot of excitement about because these two cities, not incredibly far apart. It's going to be very easy for fans from Elmira to come here. We've already seen a bunch of them down by the room here tonight. It will be very easy for fans of Binghamton to come to the other side and come out here to Elmira. So it'll be an interesting little turn of phrase to see how these guys come out and really address each other. This is going to be the first of 13 games, as I already mentioned. So when you think of the odd number of games, there will be a definitive winner, a definitive loser, and the Empire Division standings certainly going to hang in the balance. As the teams take formation, this will be the first look for a Black Bears team that found a lot of success over the past 2 seasons they played here in the Fed. But now they see a number of members of their core on the opposing roster, including head coach Tyler Jurich. Tyler Jurich obviously coming over from Binghamton. This is going to be an interesting little matchup here. Obviously, last night's game didn't happen, so that made this game really big because these two teams getting underway on a Saturday night. The crowd should be raucous here in Binghamton, certainly looking forward to that. And of course, these two teams finally getting the season underway. They're, as I said, going to meet 13 times. That game from last night already rescheduled March the 1st. Going to be interesting to see how important that game is as we go down the stretch. Obviously, a lot of hockey to be played before then. But as I said already, the River Sharks and Black Bears going to meet a number of times. And I'll tell you, look at the hot player to watch tonight. No doubt in my mind, it's going to be Spencer Kozlowski. He's going to get the start here tonight. Spencer showed up for camp, ready for a challenge, showed out in the first period of the exhibition game 3 days ago now. Last Tuesday night, Kozlowski played stellar behind a subpar Delaware defensive unit. Behind strong defensive aid from a superior Elmira team, Spencer looked like an elite netminder. As the regular season begins, all eyes are going to be locked onto the netminder to see how he performs. And of course, certainly going to look at what each team can bring in that exact area. It looks like, as far as during the warm-ups, Nolan Egbert going to get the chance to get the go-ahead here for Binghamton. So it'll be interesting to see how they all perform. Again, Binghamton with a recent addition as Nikita Ivashkin has rejoined the Binghamton Black Bears after serving a suspension last season. He is back this season. He will be playing tonight wearing number 8 for Binghamton. Certainly a character to keep an eye on. As for your Elmira River Sharks, of course, a brand new roster with a brand new team, a brand new head coach. Eyes are going to be obviously on Spencer Kozlowski. We just talked about him being the hot player to watch tonight. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the offense goes, the guy to keep an eye on going to be the captain, Stavros Soilis. He came out, had himself a heck of a game in the exhibition, dropped the gloves, got physical, did everything you could want from a captain. He earned his C that night. Another one who really impressed me was Kuna Jackson. Kuna had himself a heck of a game there a couple of days ago in Watertown. But again, the preseason has come to an end, so we'll see what that all shakes out like here in the regular season. Before we get too much deeper into the show here, we're going to send it over to head coach Tyler Jurich, hear what he has to say on Coach's Corner. And when we come back, it'll be just about time for Puck Drop. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com and watching along live for your home for River Sharks action on YouTube.
Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Tyler Jurich. Coach, obviously this arena has to bring back some memories. It's a place you've spent the last 2 years really helping to develop this program. What's it like for you to be back here?
Yeah, no, obviously, I had a great 2 years here, but we're going to move on for that. But yeah, helped build a great team there, and not a lot of the guys are in that locker anymore. So we got a good team here. We're excited to get it going.
You talk about, obviously, the changeover. There's a lot of those guys that used to play down here now wearing River Sharks jerseys. Their opportunity to come back here, kind of make a statement here in your first game back. First of 13, how important is it to get off on the right step?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm glad to have these great players that were on Binghamton now with us. We're going to play them a lot of times. It's going to be the gritty games. They're going to get intense, so we're excited and we're prepared.
Speaking of prepared, obviously you guys have had an endurance training camp this year, a lot of travel for you guys. So starting off on the road, how does that kind of impact the boys, or is it a little easier just because of all the travel you guys have had to do?
Yeah, it's a little easier. We're prepared for it. We've been traveling for training camp all week for a beautiful arena to get ready. So, everybody's excited. They've been working hard, so we'll get it going.
Speaking of working hard, obviously there was a lot of cuts to be made. You had to make some moves on the roster coming out of Tuesday's game. Obviously, exhibition game, you can't worry about the result. It's worrying about the players who are here. The players who are here now, is this the team you see being able to capture the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah, for sure. We obviously want to build a strong core. We know in minor league hockey you don't always get to keep the same team the whole year, but we want to have a strong core, and it starts tonight.
And when you talk about, obviously, this is a big rivalry game. It's a team you're going to see as many times. We just talked about 13 times. When you look at this roster and how you match up against it, what's kind of the goal for you to take out of this game? Obviously, the 2 points are big, but outside of that, what kind of message do you guys need to send in your inaugural game?
Yeah, we know in our locker room what we have to do, what we're all preaching, and we're going to work toward that. We'll worry about our game, and our game should take care of itself. Obviously, we haven't seen them play, and we'll make adjustments as needed, but if we play our game, we'll be good. I
do want to talk to you, since you bring up your game the other night against Watertown, a team that played their first game last night. Your penalty kill was unbelievable, stopping everything that got thrown on all three netminders. Nothing came through on the power play. On the power play side of things, a little less impactful. You guys didn't have your entire roster lined up. What was the adjustments you had to make after that exhibition?
Yeah, no, we added a couple guys during the week, but like you said, we didn't have our full roster that game. Penalty kill was great. We all know how important special teams are in this league, so power play and penalty kill need to be clicking.
And speaking of that, again, we had 3 goaltenders go the other night. Obviously, a very, very talented lineup in front of you, a very, very talented defensive unit in front of you. As far as in the net, what's the outlook now? Who impressed you? Why are they getting the start tonight? And what can they expect of these guys going forward?
Oh, yeah. All 3 of them are great. Pleased with them, all in camp, all in the preseason game. We're going to go with Spencer Kozlowski. That's the guy we got in the expansion draft, and the guy that is going to start us off game 1.
Awesome. And now, last thing before I let you go, obviously the captains came out last night. Assistant captains all set. As you look at your leadership group this year, how comfortable are you with them being your group going forward and those guys leading this team to victory?
I'm very comfortable. They all have a letter for a reason, and they're going to prove it. Obviously it's easier said than done, but very confident with those 3.
Last question before I let you go. Again, we talked about this is kind of, as you put it here, the house that you built the last couple years, putting the effort into making this team what it is. How important is it for you, especially in a 13-game series, to start things off on the right foot and to get those points?
Yeah, no, it'll be huge because we got a young team. I know they have a young team too, but start off here tonight in Binghamton in front of a great crowd, great fans. We have a good game, get confidence going, and we just get more confident every day with the younger guys. So we're excited to get it going.
And get it going we shall when we come back here on the Mixler.com pregame show. All right, well, there you heard it from head coach Tyler Jurich. Looking at your starting 5 tonight, going to be an interesting matchup here as the Elmira River Sharks go with a starting 5 of Thomas Aldworth just in town. This will be his real first experience with the team. He's going to be out there alongside the captain, Stavros Soilis. The other side will feature Gino D'Angelo, and defensively, it's going to, my apologies, Luke Richards, Stavros Soilis, and Thomas Aldworth. On the backside, Cameron Yarwood, Gino D'Angelo. This is going to be an interesting little setup here for the Elmira River Sharks as Gino moves. He's played a lot of forward, but he's also capable of playing defense, so he's going to play defense here tonight alongside Cameron Yarwood, who is also making his return here to Binghamton.
where they played last year, him and head coach Tyler Jurich. So going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. And, of course, back between the pipes, Spencer Kozlowski. Again, Kozlowski coming off a year last year, 4 wins, 9 losses, 1 overtime loss, a 524 goals against, 897 save percentage. And it's going to be interesting to see how he does again, how you see this defense stacking up here for the River Sharks. It's been a very positive light for them, and something certainly head coach Tyler Jurich has talked about building this team. He wanted to make sure he had a solid defensive presence, and he certainly believes he does here tonight. So we'll have to see exactly what comes out of that solid defensive presence if the Elmira River Sharks can get something going and keep themselves moving forward here and finding their first points as a franchise here in the FPHL. It's going to be certainly an interesting night, and I'm so glad y'all are joining me here, both on the YouTube channel live. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be alerted to any new information about your Elmira River Sharks. And, of course, here on Mixler.com, your radio home for the River Sharks all season long. Make sure to tune in there. Also, just a reminder, we have a lot of great stuff coming up. We are going to be at Round and Third this coming Wednesday for the Coaches Show. Our first edition of the Coaches Show will take place right there at Round and Third this coming week. So make sure you join us out there at Round and Third. Coming up towards the end of the month, we will be down with a brand new friend of ours, Callier's Barbecue there in Sayre. So any of our friends down there in the Waverly-Sayre area, please make sure to come out and see us. Also, big announcement tomorrow, or excuse me, not tomorrow, Monday, my apologies, getting a little ahead of myself. On Monday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., the team store will be open down at the First Arena. So please stop by 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. That also will be open during the season ticket holder party. So make sure to get on out there, come out, have a good time. If you're a season ticket holder, the pickup party has been announced. We can't wait to see you at the season ticket holder pickup party. Going to be a lot of fun. And now as they get the rest of this Black Bear lineup out here, we will step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be time for Puck Drop. You're listening to Elmira River Shark Hockey here on Mixler.com and YouTube.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Callier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Callier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Callier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Callier's.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right. Well, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem, as always, and that means it is time to play hockey. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm John Clement, and now it's time live from the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena here live in Binghamton, New York. Your Elmira River Sharks Kickoff 2023-2024. So, head coach Tyler Jurich getting his first experience of regular season hockey behind the bench. We'll see how he controls everything here and gets the team going. Obviously, Luke Richards, who was not part of the game back in Tuesday night in Watertown, as the ceremonial puck drop taking place down here to my right-hand side. Cameron Yarwood taking the draw there with the captain of the Binghamton Black Bears. Tyson Kirkby, certainly an impressive individual. Gotten to see a lot of him over the last couple of years here. And we'll see exactly how everybody does as they finish off this ceremonial puck drop again. And there's the puck drop. Went a little bit over towards the River Shark side, so Cam's got to like that. As now, it appears we're about ready to get set and get going here. Again, a lot of friends on the opposing sides. JT Walters, Cameron Yarwood. For many of you listening back in Elmira, certainly remember the tag team duo that those two were for a number of years. As welcoming from the ownership here. As the owner proclaiming that they're bringing the cup home, and I'll tell you what, the Elmira River Sharks certainly going to have something to say about that as everybody gets set. All right, so this is a little different as I thought we were just about ready for puck drop here and getting set as this team from Elmira is skating around, taking their laps. Again, getting a chance to see the ownership as the fans have filed in. Everybody's ready to go. 20 minutes on the clock. And again, so as I said, don't forget, the Elmira River Sharks have their home opener a week from tonight. Next week, the 21st. Make sure you come on out and see us at First Arena. So, as we get set. All right. Well, there we go. I think we're all set now. As they roll up the carpet, and we are set for puck drop here, the officials. Again, for those of you tuning in for possibly the first time, FPHL rules, 2 officials wearing the orange armbands, 2 officials manning the lines. And we'll see how this one matches up. As I said the other night in Watertown, New York, the question was, is it going to be played in a preseason game where a lot of penalties are going to be called or no penalties were going to be called? We got our answer real quick. Lots of penalties. Now, the one thing you take out of that, if you are the Elmira River Sharks, your penalty kill was amazing. Didn't allow a single thing on the PK. Unfortunately, the power play unit not having too much success as Soilers wins the opening draw. That one moves right back. Now Richards will pick up. Banks it off the boards, right back onto the stick of JT Walters, who passes it across to his defensive partner Anderson. Flips it ahead, and that one's tipped into the zone down on the near side. Back to get it The River Sharks' Gino D'Angelo plays it up the near side boards, but again, some trouble. Soilis throwing the body around here early. A lot of contact here. So again, this rivalry won't take too long to get started. This one banks off D'Angelo and goes back towards the point now. Anderson controls it, gets it into the zone, but right back out to Richards, and Richards will start out. Richards trying to move that puck along. He does get it in the zone. He's got Soilis with him. A shot and a glove save. Stavros Soilis right there at the doorstep, though, looking for a juicy rebound, but Nolan Egbert gobbles that one up here. Just a few seconds into this one, not even 40 seconds in, River Sharks come down and just put one on net. There's the instant replay there. Easy glove save for Egbert, but you love to see the offensive mindedness here for the River Sharks, as that one they're going to lose back, as back again it goes. Liam Anderson rolls it around up to Smith. Smith hustling it out. Back out the other way it comes. It's Stanko passing across, coming into the zone, looking back to the point. A shot, an easy save there, as the River Sharks hemmed in their defensive zone for a moment here. Back to the point it goes. Trying to play it out. It's Anderson with it again. Dumps it back behind the goal. River Sharks kick it along. Trying to move that one quickly was Pozar. Pozar gets it to the blue line to Anderson. Another stop. Another opportunity in front of the net. Shot. That one goes back behind the net, and that'll be wrapped around. All the way back it goes to the point. Pass back again to Anderson, who seems to be the quarterback area of this line. Trying to move this puck along. The River Sharks bounce it off a player. Back to the point again. And whistle down for a hand pass, and that'll take the puck outside the zone. So, quick movement here, but 18:39 to go in period number one. A 0-0 tie as the two teams getting set and ready here. Action is underway. So, my apologies, folks. I forgot to put up the scoreboard there. So now there you go. You've got it 0-0 here in the first period of play as 18:39 to go. Puck is dropped. One back by Binghamton that time, and back to get it. Hustled around the boards as Moritz got it over to his defensive partner, Weber. Gets it up the sideboards on the far side. Broken in past Asp by Gesso. Gesso has it back towards the point again. Weber with it. Throws it down. Kicked aside there by the netminder as Kozlowski comes up big. Now the River Sharks with numbers if they hurry. Hustle that one out. Quickly moved in there by Luke James. Another new addition to the River Sharks. This one played off up into the air, but again moved aside by Weber. Weber hustling out the far side. Throws it across the middle. Chopped at there by Yarwood. Couldn't control it. Straight ahead again. A shot off Kozlowski. Gets it away. Puck knocked down. Rasmus Asp, the assistant captain, puts his man into the boards, but again, Binghamton able to maintain control. Shot over the top of the net. Back up to the point to JT Walters. Walters moves it back down low. Trying to push it out of the River Sharks. They will get it. Rasmus Asp takes his time, throwing it ahead. That one gets out right past James. Turned around by the Black Bears, dumping that puck back in. Kozlowski will play behind his own net. Kozlowski leaves it there, but he and Kirkby collide. And luckily, no problem there for Kozlowski. Back out the other way it comes. It's James into the zone. Across the blue line. Little drop pass back. An opportunity here for the River Sharks. Getting some sticks, as that's a little trouble there. Aldworth was battling for it, but took a couple solid checks there. Rolled around the backside of the net again as the River Sharks outnumbered. And the Black Bears trying to move this up. It's Thompson with it along the near side board. So let's provide pressure, but it gets up to Anderson. Anderson a quick pass across, and the Black Bears in the zone again. Little drop pass, looking. Still maintaining possession. Anderson off a foot. That one bounces towards the board, and again, Richards able to get it to the blue line, but not out. Back again, a shot saved by Kozlowski. Down in front, deflected up over, and did not cross the line. Excellent defensive play there by the River Sharks. Move back ahead. Richards banks it off the boards, but can't quite clear the zone. That one's pushed right back in. Binghamton maintaining possession, looking, pass across, deflected, and to the side boards. Elmira flirting with danger here. Too many opportunities as they deflect that one out. An excellent play. Hustling up, it's Richards. Couldn't get possession as now it's moved back the other way. This is Stanko into the zone. Stanko throws something on Kozlowski that bounced away fairly easily. Trying to move it out. Elmira pushes ahead. Excellent play. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Hustling back the other way. It's Fody, passed across. Move back to Richards. Puts it back behind. He was looking for Fody. Nobody there. Pinching in now the defense. Kodiak White Duck, he couldn't get possession. It'll bounce away though, and Elmira does get it back momentarily. It's kept in the zone. White Duck couldn't control. Little play between the legs. Back to White Duck. White Duck lowers the shoulder. Can't control it, but now Ryan Fritz with it. Tries to throw it out in front. Fritz still with possession. Fritz turning, looking. Trying to sidestep a check, but he gets taken out instead. Stanko will go back to play. Moved up the far side boards, and Binghamton hustling back out of the zone. Thomas Ray gets walked into the boards. Back again it goes. Jelenskis moves it around the boards, gets it up to Fritz. Fritz passes it off. as he's taken down there along the near side. Push back in. Little chop behind there from Smith. No penalty upcoming on that one. Big hit down low now as the River Sharks trying to get something going. Puck is bounced back. Heads all the way back towards the defensive zone. Rasmus Asp will pick up behind his own net. Asp taking a look up the ice. Feeds it up. Cuts right through the middle. Thrown down. Martin Mucha trying to get there. He does push it off the boards but can't control it as Binghamton trying to hustle it out. It's Jesso. Jesso over the middle. Jesso breaks into the zone, looking, shooting. Save there by Kozlowski. A huge stop. 4 minutes, 57 seconds into this one. It's still 0-0. Binghamton has had the better of the offensive zone time, but the River Sharks starting to catch their legs a little bit there. Binghamton shots on goal 8. River Sharks 1 to the shots on goal counter. As this puck won back by the River Sharks, shoved up the far side boards, kept in by Binghamton, rolled around. On the backside, with some time, it's Jesso. Jesso, still with the puck, takes it out, into the circle, throws it across the front of the net mouth, but nobody there. Back to the point it goes, it's Anderson again. Throws it wide of the net. Bounce down low again, it's Jesso. Trying to get there, he's taken off the puck. Puck is moved down low, kicked aside by the River Sharks, looking up ice now. Quick pass up there by Elmira. This one goes all the way down. No icing as Walters just missed it. Back to play it, trying to play it, was Luke James. But the Binghamton Black Bears will take possession. It's Anderson. Anderson throws it behind the net. He finds JT Walters. Walters back to Anderson. Anderson up the boards on the near side. Passed in. Thompson was able to catch it, but it bounced off his stick, and the River Sharks take possession. Quickly fed back towards center ice. An odd carom off the boards, and it ended up back on a Black Bear stick and back deep in the zone. Elmira takes it behind their own net now. Long pass up the far side. That'll bounce all the way down, and Daniel Stone will go back to chase it. It's moved around by Egbert instead. The defense back to play it. Binghamton flips that puck up and out of the zone. Thompson is there. He gets rubbed off. River Sharks battling in for it as that one gets out again to the blue line but not out. Anderson throws it towards the net. It's broken up by his own player. Now it'll bounce out as Luke Richards puts it into the linesman, and now that puck will be dumped back in. Easy play for Kozlowski. Leaves it for his defense. 13:30 to go, period number 1, 0-0 tie, as back out the other way comes Elmira. Hustling into the zone, a throw towards the net is bounced aside. Excellent opportunity there, as again, Binghamton hustling to get it back out of the zone. 2 River Sharks run into each other. That puck will bounce back to center ice where Kodiak White Duck picks it up. White Duck throws it back into the own zone, as back it goes. Pozar back to White Duck. White Duck lifts up ice. Finds his man, hustles that one out. Back to play the other way. It's Aldworth. Aldworth with speed, looking, shooting off a pad. Comes back to Fritz, throws it towards the front of the net, and nobody there to put it home. Too many black jerseys. That one bounces back to center ice. Back to get it are the River Sharks. Thrown towards the blue line, but no, the Black Bears, too many men. Shot goes just wide. Now the River Sharks on the chase. Scooping that one up is Bowman. Or excuse me, my apologies, that's Fody. Fody cutting towards the middle and can't get control. That puck will bounce back again. Move back ahead. The River Sharks offside have to touch up as Aldworth let that one go. Back onside, there's a water bottle in the field of play. That one's off the back of the Binghamton net as the Black Bears trying to find their way out. Hustling it out the other way, it's Stanko. Dumping that one back towards Stanko again. Right back towards the front of the net. All 3 Black Bears bunched up as that one moves back to the point to Anderson. Anderson with a shot, glove save. As that'll take us to the first media timeout. 12:09 to go here in period number 1. It's a 0-0 game as both teams looking for more opportunities. The shots on goal right now, Binghamton 9, the River Sharks 4. We'll be back here in just a second.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
All right, and with that, we are back as they get set to drop the puck. See what we can get going here. 12:09 to go in period number 1. Coach Tyler Jurich going to head to Soilus, Richards, out there alongside Yelensky's Asp. And looks like Yarwood going to be out there as well for this one. So countered this time by Fletcher, Jusso, Avashkin, Anderson, and Walters on the backside. So River Sharks deep in their own end, off to the right-hand side of their netminder. Puck is dropped. Soilus does win it back. Rasmus Asp throws it up the far side boards right to JT Walters, who has his stick lifted, and he goes down to a knee, managing to keep that puck in front of him. JT throwing that body around as the River Sharks gain the zone, but only for a moment. An extra hit there in the zone. Referee did not see it as Soilus waits for his man to get onside. That puck dumped in. Rolled around the red portion of the boards. Anderson back to play, and he's harassed quickly as, again, the River Sharks trying to pounce. Jessau puts that one off Muka's skate after a quick change there. That one comes in off sides, and that'll bring the faceoff back to center ice. 11:37 to go here in period number 1. So, the River Sharks right in front of their own bench now. Quick line changes. As, again, little look here for head coach Tyler Jurich. Pushes that puck back, and Kuna Jackson moved that puck up quickly. Back out the other way. Mucho with a windup. That one screams off the leg. Took his defender down to a knee, but again, that puck just gets back behind the net. Muka moves that puck back below again. Again, body contact. You like to see this from the River Sharks, getting the physical game going. Muka back to the point now. Settled down. Jackson back behind the net, as that'll bounce to a Black Bear defenseman. Jusso using his body to keep that puck moving forward. Now it's out of the zone. Kept back in by Stone as he passed across to his defensive partner, and Binghamton right back up quickly, but a pickoff there, and the River Sharks have possession. Move to the sideboards. Jackson puts it back behind his own net now. Attempt to play catch with his defensive partner. As back out come the River Sharks, back the other way. Ryan Fritz on the chase, not going to have the time, as that will be called icing. 10:47 to go here, period number 1. 0-0 tie. Puck drop. Going to come back here. We'll see which way they choose. Looks like they're going to ask for it to be to the right-hand side of Spencer Kozlowski. Remember, fans, when you have the icing, you get the choice of where you want that puck to be dropped. As Kirkby picked the right-hand side and lost that draw, as that's moved around by Jackson over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo right there, back off of the official. Now he gets it to Kuna Jackson. Jackson back behind with it. Trying to play that puck ahead. The River Sharks get it to center ice. Dumped in by Fritz. Puck moved down deep, as that's Lucchese. Moving it back around the backside of the net. Chasing it is Fritz, but again, some trouble getting possession as that one's picked off. Now the River Sharks have it. Thrown towards the front and couldn't connect with his man. Binghamton will get it out at the blue line and hustle the other way. Quick dump pass here to Kirkby. Kirkby has it. He dumps it down deeper. Moving it along again. This is Austin Thompson. Pinned to the boards. Fritz trying to get there, but it bounces back to Anderson at the point. Off the boards again and back below the goal line. Move towards the front. A quick save there by Kozlowski again. Kirkby was pressured by the defense. As I said in the beginning, Tyler Jurich said he built it defense out. Now it's thrown ahead again. Another opportunity here for the River Sharks, trying to throw it in towards the slot. Coming down with it. The River Sharks still with possession. Come up with it one more time. Fritz off a leg. Picks it up. He looks. Passed across. Defensive passing here. Deflected and scooped up that time by Egbert. And that'll take us to our second media timeout. 9:40 to go here, period number 1. It's 0-0. River Sharks and Black Bears. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey on Mixlr.com.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right. Well, with that, we are back. As again, long look here as the River Sharks quickly having chats. They're going to have an offensive zone draw. They haven't had too many of those. Egbert gloved that one down. You know they're looking to get something going here offensively, as, again, being outshot 10-5 right now. Santino Foti going to take the draw. Out there with Luke James on his right. On the left-hand side, looks like Thomas Aldworth back out there. Yarwood and Asp on the backside. As now we are all set again. So, face-off coming to the right-hand side of the Binghamton netminder. Binghamton does win it. Walters gets it up and out. Asp quickly with it, has it fly right into his offensive player. Trying to move it ahead, it was Aldworth. Aldworth does get that puck down in deep. Anderson will chase it back for Binghamton, take it back behind his own net. Anderson hustling it out, but it's picked off there. Excellent play. Elmira with it, throwing it towards the front. Back to the point. Asp, wide shoots, and a glove save by Egbert. Got the traffic in front, just couldn't get it behind the netminder. 9:19 to go here, period number 1. It's 0-0. These two teams, again, going to meet 13 times over the course of the season. So certainly a lot to look forward to here. As the puck is dropped, trying to move it back along again. Hustled around as Fody was giving chase. This puck comes back to center ice. Big hit by Asp at center, but it's moved back in regardless. Back in it goes. Little Deacon, a nice stop there from the assistant captain. Thrown out towards the front, again a shot, another stop, and a save with a pad. Unbelievable save. Absolutely unbelievable. Spencer Kozlowski, mark it down. 9:01 to go in the first period. If that's not save of the game, I don't know what is. Watch this again. Makes the initial save. Makes the secondary save with the paddle. Unbelievable. Spencer Kozlowski. You love to see that out of your number one. Sent back behind. Kuna Jackson moving it along. Gino D'Angelo trying to hustle that one up. Quickly played out, and it lands on a Black Bears stick. Back defensively over to Liam Anderson. Trying to move it along. Elmira couldn't quite play it off. That puck will now be moved up. Big windup and a shot from Kuna Jackson. Blocker to side into the corner. Trying to get there was Soilus, but it's moved away from him. Quickly up it goes. Smith has possession. He takes a long look for Binghamton on the near side boards. Now he pushes it towards the front. Nobody there to put it home as they had a lot of empty cage. Binghamton maintains zone time. Puts a shot over, and it's over the top of the net. Back again to get it. Luke Richards. Richards trying to move it along. Sent back up. Marty Mucha hustling it out. Mucha sends it ahead. Kuna Jackson with it now. Fires one, and it goes just wide of the net. Luke Richards on the chase. Richards back to get it. Moved ahead. He passes to himself. That was fairly impressive as back in the other way it goes. Back down deep. Stone chasing after. Two Black Bears in there. Only one River Shark. River Shark staying high. As this puck moved around. Trying to play it out is Gesso. Gesso coming around his own net. Flip back behind to the near side boards. Hustling in. It's Kodiak White Duck. He puts his body in front of it. Keeps the puck in the zone. White Duck moves it back down low, but it's back on a Binghamton stick. Gemzatov throws that puck back to center ice. And now the River Sharks will play catch. Kodiak White Duck back to his defensive partner. Back up the far side. And now it's moved again. Gamzatov over to Weber. Weber back out to Gamzatov. Gamzatov into the zone. Offside as Gesso is just a foot over. 7:26 to go. Period number 1. It's a 0-0 tie here. And the I-86 rivalry has begun, folks. So, faceoff comes right back here in front of that Elmira bench. 7:26 remains. Puck is dropped. Elmira going to lose that draw as Fody on the chase, but Moritz sends it back across. Played there by Fritz. An excellent defensive play there as that puck's flipped back ahead to Gesso. Gesso dumps it into the zone. Rasmus Asp will have to turn back and chase back behind his own net. Asp around the boards up the far side. Knocked back down as it's moved up the sideboards again. Hustling out quickly. It's Aldworth. Aldworth with speed, but offside as Fody was just a bit offside there. Foot or two. And now that'll bring the face-off back to center ice. Opposite side here. As, again, excellent chance. They're going to show the replay again. Unbelievable stop as that puck won back. Yarwood moves it back. And now defensively, the River Sharks get that puck down in deep. Back to get it one more time. Binghamton trying to move this puck around. Elmira now putting on some offensive zone pressure. Again, too many black jerseys as River Sharks continue to play defensive hockey here. Fritz moved it back for his defenseman. Couldn't get it to Yarwood as that one goes by him, so Asp will have to go back to play. Rasmus Asp, newly named assistant captain, hustles that one ahead. Moved ahead to Fritz. Fritz taking a look. Shot. Kicked aside there. Asp again a shot and an easy glove save for Egbert. So a couple more chances here for the Elmira River Sharks. 6:25 to go here in period number 1. As they wait the puck drop. Faceoff going to come off to the right-hand side of Egbert again. They wait. Soilus to take the draw. Puck is won back. Trying to get a quick shot off. Couldn't get it to go. It'll come back out the other way. Jesse Anderson hustling. Anderson pass across to Smith. Smith with time. Looking. Shooting in the back of the net. Connor Smith, who last year had 5 goals, 3 assists, gets his first of the season, and the Black Bears will go up 1-0. So 6:16 to go, 1-0 Binghamton. As Soilus trying to win that one back, does get it back to his defense. And now Elmira takes a look, moves it quickly up the ice. Soilus couldn't control, and now it's right back the other way. Into the zone again comes Smith. Another opportunity in the slot, looking, passing to the front, a shot, and a stop again. Excellent save one more time as the Elmira River Sharks netminder coming up huge here early. Kozlowski has been big. So again, 5:55 remains here in the first. As you get another look, Smith just over the glove on Kozlowski. And Binghamton up 1-0. Puck is dropped. One back again to JT Walters. Walters wraps it around the boards. Trying to play it off. That puck continuing to slither around. Stopped there by Kozlowski, and the red light came on for a second. A little confused there, as now the River Sharks going to draw a penalty here. As Marty Mucha going to take a slash, it looks like. So, for the first time, your Elmira River Sharks will go to the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. As you take a look here, .536 to go. Here's a good look at it again. Brings that stick down, and it just takes the stick out of the hands of the defenseman. Now it'll go back. Anderson with possession. Back to Kirkby along the side. Flipped up and into the netting. So, 7 seconds in. And again, the other day in Watertown, perfect on the PK. As the River Sharks win the draw back. Yarwood chasing after it, but it gets back to Kirkby. Back to Anderson at the point. Passes across. Binghamton sets it up. Back to Anderson. Back over to Kirkby. Top of the circle. Taking a look on the near side. Takes it around behind the net instead. Looking for the wraparound. Can't get it to go anywhere as the River Sharks will give chase. Tying that puck up on the boards. Now 3 Black Bears in there. Still just 1 River Shark, as that's finally moved by Rasmus Asp towards the backside of the net. Moved back out. Chopping at it. River Sharks can't clear the zone. Excellent diving attempt there by Kodiak White Duck. Back to the point it goes. Anderson has possession. 40 seconds gone here in the penalty kill. Anderson with it one more time. Pass across. Shot. And that one goes wide of the net. Black Bears maintain possession. A little trouble there for Kirkby, however, as he's pinned to the boards now. Again, a lot of black jerseys just getting wherever the puck is, as that one will go all the way down, and the River Sharks will be able to make a change. So, goes back to Egbert, who leaves it back for the defense. Under a minute to go in the man advantage. Black Bears now making a change on the power play. Hustled back out the other way. It's Anderson up front, hustling that into the zone. Little drop pass to the far side. One of the things the River Sharks were very successful at, keeping the Watertown Wolves to the outside. We'll see if they can continue to do that here tonight. Passed across. Smith with it. Smith, the only goal scorer so far, deflected up and into the netting. 33 seconds remains in the penalty kill. And that will take us to the media timeout, the final one of the first period. It's 1-0 Black Bears. You're watching Elmira River Sharks hockey here on YouTube and live on Mixler.com.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's,
You're listening to Elmira River Sharks Hockey. Now back to John Clement in the arena.
All right, well, we are back here live. As again, 33 seconds to go in the penalty kill. 4:09 remains here in the first period of play. So, face-off going to come back down to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. Looks like they're going to go back to Vashkin, Jesso, Smith, Anderson. And I'm trying to see what the last look is here. It looks like it might be Brendan Stanko. And it will be. On the other side, for your River Sharks, going to be Kuna Jackson out there alongside Brandon Lucchese. As waiting for the puck drop there. Now it's down. Lucchese could not win the draw as Smith will take possession and hustle that one over to Jesso. Jesso back to Smith. Smith, big wind up there, and there's another save. As again, Spencer Kozlowski has been very, very good early on. 4:01 remains here in period number 1. Puck is dropped again. River Sharks able to get there, move it ahead back to the point, but unable to clear it as Jesso takes it now down along the hash marks. Fired. That one goes into the opposite corner. And again, the Black Bears with possession. Anderson back at the point with it. Takes a long look. Passes back down low to the hash marks. A look, a shot, and that one goes behind the net. That was Vashkin on it. Back behind again, trying to move this puck out. Kuna Jackson battling. Can't quite come up with it. Back to Anderson at the point. Anderson winds, fires, saved. Another shot, and it's in the back of the net. That's going to be Brendan Stanko's goal as he makes it 2-0. And I'm not sure if that'll be a power play marker or not. I'm not sure if it expired. Muka looked like he might have been out of the box at that point, but again, Kozlowski playing a big game. But with 3:33 to go, it's a 2-0 Binghamton lead, and that's certainly something to be concerned about. As again, into the zone go the Black Bears. A shot and a save by Kozlowski right away. So 3:25 remains. Binghamton certainly getting the advantage here on the shots on goal board, 19-9. As the faceoff coming here, Soilis pushes the puck to the sideboards, but right back onto a Binghamton stick. Moritz back to get it. Trying to push it ahead, but Binghamton keeps his own. A shot, a save there by Kozlowski. Sent off the boards, and again, it's moved back down low. Rasmus Asp there for it. He gets pushed off. Bounced off the backside of the net, and again, Binghamton will reset. Thomas Ray has it. Ray back to the point. Kept in the zone again by Fletcher. Thrown back towards the middle. Save. Kick save there. As one more time. Binghamton resets. Another shot deflected towards the front as Elmira looking for a penalty there. Not going to get it. As that puck's fed off the boards, and now Luke Richards trying to find the energy to get there. Cannot. That'll go all the way down and will be icing. 2:46 to go. A 2-0 Black Bear lead. Faceoff going to come back here to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. As again, centerman Stavros Soilis not able to win the draw. Deflected through. Luke Richards has it now. Richards finding some speed. Gets over the red line, over the blue line, and into the zone. Thrown towards the net and a save there. But again, just too many black jerseys back behind. Trying to play this one ahead. Chopping it down. Able to keep the zone for a second, but Logar does get it out now. Thompson moving it ahead again. Back to Logar. Logar turning around. He takes a long look. Waiting. Sends it towards the middle. Hit there by JT Walters. Not a ton of force behind it as that puck rolls around the boards. Back to get it, Luke Richards. Sent back ahead again. Moving it out. Fody. Trying to move that puck ahead. Now he does get it into the zone. Hustling in is Fritz. Fritz has it, looking for Fody. Shot, deflected into the corner. Fody will go back to get it. Fody back to the point. Wind up shot, deflected in front, and harangued around in front of the net. But Binghamton manages to move it out the other way. Anderson with it. Still with it, he's running to the boards. Little drop pass back. Right back ahead for Binghamton. Not going to go in there. Nice save. Penalty upcoming. Slashing going to be the call. And again, it's going to come against Elmira. So right back to the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. And again, still waiting for confirmation on whether that first one came after or before up here on press row. See if we can get an answer to that a little bit quicker here. But again, it's a penalty kill, and head coach Tyler Jurich wants a word with the official. Certainly not happy about 2 straight penalties against. As no, it wasn't even strength goal, so I did finally get the answer on that. My apologies. Martin Muka gets that puck ahead. Back out it comes. Bowman unable to control. Jesso back to play. Poked ahead, and Muka takes a big shot. As that puck is moved all the way back, that one will go all the way down and will be icing. So, despite being on the penalty kill, offensive zone draw for the River Sharks, down 2-0 with 1:28 to go in period number 1. So, see what the River Sharks can do here. Face off to the right-hand side of the netminder as Nolan Egbert has stood up to everything he's seen tonight on 11 shots. The River Sharks will just dump that right back in, and Egbert will kick that to the side. Bowman on the chase here. Puck back behind. Jesso has possession for the Black Bears. Jesso takes a long look. Tries to flip it ahead, missed it. Almost an excellent chance there as Bowman was circling. Jesso into the zone, takes a long look, throws it back behind the net, and the Black Bears will get it set up. Avashkin with it. Back down low for Jesso. Jesso along the hash marks, takes it towards the slot. Little drop pass back again. Broken up, and that one goes back behind the net. Excellent play there by the River Sharks, forcing that puck around. Dan Weber has it, moves it back down low. Avashkin dumping it back down low again. Back up to the top of the circle. A look as Jesso has his puck poked into the corner. River Sharks push it back behind the net. And again, some trouble here. This puck will be bounced back up to Weber at the blue line. Long look, sent back down. Played off the sideboards. Shot, deflected over the top of the net, and that'll bounce back towards the blue line. Taking his time is Cooper Bowman. He sends that one down, and that'll get all the way back to the Binghamton end. Quick change here with 20 seconds remaining in the period. 34 seconds to go in the man advantage. Thompson into the zone onside. Passed across. Bounces around. Flipped ahead and all the way back down the ice. The Binghamton netminder makes the stop with 8 seconds remaining. Leaves it for the defense. Binghamton, see if they're going to try to hustle it up, and they do. One more attempt with 1 second to go. That will do it for the first period of play. So, Binghamton will go to the room with a 2-0 lead. And again, the Elmira River Sharks coming out kind of a more defensive style of play than I think we saw back on Tuesday. But again, if they're trying to rope-a-dope, I'm not sure it's going to be the best approach against this team here in the Elmira River Sharks. Against the Binghamton Black Bears. Had a little bit of traffic coming through here, so my apologies for that, fans. Again, we are into the intermission report here, but the Binghamton Black Bears take the 2-0 lead to the room, as now Elmira are going to have to find answers. They've got 40 minutes remaining and a period of the long change coming up right here after this. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to River Shark Hockey on Mixler.com and watching live on YouTube. We want to thank you again for tuning in. It's a great night to be a River Shark as we're kicking off the inaugural season here, and certainly lots more to come. So please stay with us here, and as I said, after one period of play, 2-0, we'll see what they can do when we come back.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge, while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
First period in the books down here with Ryan Fritz. Ryan, it's been a couple of weeks now. You guys getting a chance to know each other. What's it been like getting things going here in Elmira and here on the first day of the season?
Yeah, I know it's been really welcoming here in Elmira. The community's been great. The coaching staff, Jurich, MJ, they've been preaching nothing but hard work, good habits, and I think the boys, we've been really preaching a great culture here, and I think that's where I'm just going to buy in and find my role.
You talk about buying in, obviously a big night tonight, the first night of the regular season. It's really about seeing how guys buy in. What's it like to get on the road, get the first game out of the way here, maybe in a little bit stronger opposing building than what we've had before, but when you get out here and face that kind of adversity, how does that build the team?
Yeah, no, I think it's exciting. I think we got, a couple new guys here, and including myself, so I think just, getting our feet wet out there. Getting the nerves out of us and, showing why we're here. I mean, everyone's in this locker room is here for a reason. And, that's what we're going to show, that we can compete against the big teams and bring a championship back to Elmira.
You talk about getting the nerves out. How much does that preseason game help? I mean, obviously the result is the result, but when you guys got a chance to play together, get some experience with that, does that help coming into the first game of the year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously preseason, you never know what really to expect. I mean, a bunch of new guys coming in and out. I think right now we have a great group of guys that are all looking to bring their own game and contribute in their own way. And we're going to bring that dog mentality, and we're ready to go.
Knowing that this game here obviously is an opponent you're going to see 13 times this year, it kind of starts the rivalry off right off the bat. And knowing that it's only a 57-minute trip, what does that do to kind of get things ignited and get things going?
Yeah, I think it brings the community into it as well. I think obviously this is going to be a big rivalry game that we're going to have all year. They're a good team over there. But, for us, we're going to focus on our own team. We're going to focus on what we got in that dressing room. And I think, I don't think anyone's going to be shocked at what we come out with. And, I think, the Elmira fans should be looking forward to what we come with.
All right. Big thanks to Ryan Fritz. We'll be back here on the First Period Intermission Report.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Tyler Jurich. Coach, obviously this arena has to bring back some memories. It's a place you've spent the last 2 years really helping to develop this program. What's it like for you to be back here?
Yeah, no, obviously, I had a great 2 years here, but we're going to move on for that. But yeah, helped build a great team there, and not a lot of the guys are in that locker anymore. So we got a good team here. We're excited to get it going.
You talk about, obviously, the changeover. There's a lot of those guys that used to play down here now wearing River Sharks jerseys. Their opportunity to come back here, kind of make a statement here in your first game back. First of 13, how important is it to get off on the right step?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm glad to have these great players that were on Binghamton now with us. We're going to play them a lot of times. It's going to be the gritty games. They're going to get intense, so we're excited and we're prepared.
Speaking of prepared, obviously you guys have had an endurance training camp this year, a lot of travel for you guys. So starting off on the road, how does that kind of impact the boys, or is it a little easier just because of all the travel you guys have had to do?
Yeah, it's a little easier. We're prepared for it. We've been traveling for training camp all week for a beautiful arena to get ready. So, everybody's excited. They've been working hard, so we'll get it going.
Speaking of working hard, obviously there was a lot of cuts to be made. You had to make some moves on the roster coming out of Tuesday's game. Obviously, exhibition game, you can't worry about the result. It's worrying about the players who are here. The players who are here now, is this the team you see being able to capture the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we obviously want to build a strong core. We know in minor league hockey you don't always get to keep the same team the whole year, but we want to have a strong core, and it starts tonight.
And when you talk about, obviously, this is a big rivalry game. It's a team you're going to see as many times. We just talked about 13 times. When you look at this roster and how you match up against it, what's kind of the goal for you to take out of this game? Obviously, the 2 points are big, but outside of that, what kind of message do you guys need to send in your inaugural game?
Yeah, we know in our locker room what we have to do, what we're all preaching, and we're going to work toward that. We'll worry about our game, and our game should take care of itself. Obviously, we haven't seen them play, and we'll make adjustments as needed, but we play our game, we'll be good.
I do want to talk to you, since you bring up your game. The other night against Watertown, a team that played their first game last night, your penalty kill was unbelievable, stopping everything that got thrown on all three netminders. Nothing came through on the power play. On the power play side of things, a little less impactful. You guys didn't have your entire roster lined up. What was the adjustments you had to make after that exhibition?
Yeah, no, we added a couple guys during the week, but like you said, we didn't have our full roster that game. Penalty kill was great. We all know how important special teams are in this league, so power play and penalty kill need to be clicking.
And speaking of that, again, we had three goaltenders go the other night. Obviously, a very, very talented lineup in front of you, a very, very talented defensive unit in front of you. As far as in the net, what's the outlook now? Who impressed you? Why are they getting the start tonight? And what can they expect of these guys going forward?
Oh, yeah. All three of them are great. Pleased with them, all in camp, all in the preseason game. We're going to go with Spencer Kozlowski. That's the guy we got in the expansion draft, and the guy that is going to start us off game one.
Awesome. And now, last thing before I let you go, obviously the captains came out last night. Assistant captains all set. As you look at your leadership group this year, how comfortable are you with them being your group going forward and those guys leading this team to victory?
I'm very comfortable. They all have a letter for a reason, and they're going to prove it. Obviously it's easier said than done, but very confident with those three.
Last question before I let you go. Again, we talked about this is kind of, as you put it here, the house that you built the last couple years, putting the effort into making this team what it is. How important is it for you, especially in a 13-game series, to start things off on the right foot and to get those points?
Yeah, no, it'll be huge because we got a young team. I know they have a young team too, but start off here tonight in Binghamton in front of a great crowd, great fans. We have a good game, get confidence going, and we just get more confident every day with the younger guys. So we're excited to get it going.
And get it going we shall when we come back here on the Mixler.com pregame show.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right, and welcome back here live as we are ticking through this first period intermission. After 2-0 in favor of the bad guys, the Binghamton Black Bears. Not the way the River Sharks certainly drew it up, but again, came out a little bit more defensive-minded. It's not the worst thing in the world. You definitely want to focus on the defense, and as I've said all along, Tyler Jurich said he built this team defensively. He built this team because defense wins championships. Right now, we've seen some efforts coming towards the offensive side. We've seen defense jumping up into the offensive side of the ice, and they're going to need a lot more of that coming forward here. Obviously down 2-0 right now. As you take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, of course, the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Watertown Wolves meeting up after a big matchup last night that saw the Watertown Wolves come away with a 6-5 victory. And now today, right now, just 5 minutes into the first period, the Danbury Hat-Tricks have struck first as Nick DeNicola makes it a 1-0 game and an assist from Johnny Ruiz. No surprise there. Those two have been around and teammates for a little bit of time. They certainly have some familiarity with each other. And now it's going to be up to Watertown to see if they can come back. Here in Binghamton, of course, the onus is going to lie on the River Sharks down 2-0. Again, they have a team identity right now that has been defense first, but now it's time to find out exactly what the offense is made of. They made a big trade just a day ago. Thomas Aldworth coming up and joining the Elmira River Sharks. We got some glimpses of his speed there in the first. If his speed can come in and play a big part of the next two periods. And, of course, you look at the situation, period of the long change coming up here. This one is going to be where you need to exploit and take advantage. Of course, the River Sharks are still killing a penalty here. This will be the second one of the game, but again, came through successful the first time. The penalty did obviously result in momentum and gave the opportunity for the Black Bears to score that goal that has put them ahead 2-0 right now. But that being said, again, the PK keeps them off the scoreboard. We talked about that during the Watertown game. The penalty kill just seemed to be continuing to pour it on and really able to withstand anything thrown at them. However, again, I have to put this out there and make sure that the point is belabored, I guess, is the best way to say it. But you have to be able to put on some offense. You have to find a way to get the offense rolling, moving forward, continuing to push, and putting pucks on net. Right now, being outshot 21-12 after just one period of play, those results are not going to be enough. You're going to have to find a way to get the offense rolling. And as soon as you can do that, you're going to have a good opportunity here because the Black Bears have been pushing full steam ahead towards the offensive zone. So if you can start putting them back on their heels a little bit, because clearly the defensive part of the game, that's been an area where the Black Bears can be exploited. They've been able to be exploited in the past. It's how Danbury was able to take advantage of them last season. Now it's going to have to be the way that the Elmira River Sharks are going to do that here in the second 40 minutes of this game. We'll see what they can do. It's a big, tall order when you go out after 20 minutes down 2-0, but there's still plenty of time ticking down on the clock as we get ready for period number 2. The officials taking the ice right now, and that means we are getting set for the second period. Of course, the scoring has come really from a couple of places for Binghamton that, certainly weren't highlighted as potential impacts as far as I was looking at. And, that's the kind of scoring you need is the depth scoring. The Connor Smith goal, just obviously one that the netminder would like to have back as, again, Spencer Kozlowski has stood on his head here tonight. But that one just obviously beat him glove side, right over the top of the glove. The second goal coming from Brendan Stanko, not Brandon. Brendan Stanko, and again, 3 assists to his credit, according to the stat sheet here. So not exactly, again, the guys you'd be looking at, your Austin Thompsons, your Tyson Kirkbys, Nikita Evashkin, Dustin Jessow. Those guys you're looking at for goals. Even back on the backside, Jesse Anderson. But those aren't the guys it's coming from. It's getting that depth scoring going. And, it can't be overstated early in the season how important the depth is going to be as a long 56-game season gets underway. So Binghamton takes to the ice, and that means your River Sharks about to do the exact same here, as the teams will swap sides of the ice. Nolan Egbert scratching it up down there. And here comes the River Sharks, Spencer Kozlowski coming out. Certainly has gotten a workout in the first period. 21 shots, stopped 19 of them. Obviously, you love to see that if you're the River Sharks. I mean, you get that type of goaltending behind you, you've got to reward him as well. You see that one there off the crossbar. A little bit of a misplay at the blue line, but again, the River Sharks looking for opportunities to find their way into the offensive side of this game. And again, it's nowhere near out of it. Honestly, they've had 2 penalty kills. They've still got the 1 to finish here. But that being said, you know they're going to get opportunities on the man advantage themselves, and that's where the true test is going to be. And we'll see what they can do with that. So Kozlowski back out here as now we get set for period number 2. So, period of the long change. We'll see if the Elmira River Sharks can get the job done. As it looks like Cam Yarwood right back out here. He's played a lot of minutes so far here tonight. And again, very familiar with this Black Bears team as he was a member of it last season. So, as we wait for the scoreboard to reset, the River Sharks the ones up banging the boards, though. You like to see that out of the new team. They're up, they're rooting on their teammates. And now again, Thomas Aldworth out there as well. Last 6 seconds of the intermission. My apologies as they continue to count down this clock. Soilis, Aldworth, Yarwood, and Asp, players out there on the ice. Man in the penalty box is Santino Foti. As looks like just 15 seconds remains. And again, this is going to be a huge last 15 seconds. Kozlowski back there in his net as that faceoff won back by Elmira. Elmira will hustle it up. Soilis with possession. Takes a look, and he'll dump that one all the way down. Easy glove stop there for Egbert. And it'll be sent back behind. Trying to play this up quickly is Binghamton. As the penalty comes to an end, dumped off for Thompson, picked off there, and moved back ahead to center ice. Trying to play that out quickly. Quick line change as Mucha jumps over the board. Played back out, and that'll come in offsides. So 27 seconds into the period, we'll get back to 5-on-5 hockey as the officials line up just outside that River Sharks penalty box. So another neutral zone draw. Faceoff is tied up there. Mucha trying to shove it ahead, but again, puck is rolled to the sideboards, flipped off, and back into the River Shark end. Rasmus Asp back to play. Asp taking a look. He still waits, moves that up the boards into Stavros Soilis. Soilis trying to send it through to the slot, couldn't get it to his man, as now Binghamton will hustle it back out the other way. Unable to play it was Thompson. As D'Angelo circles back, he takes a rough ride for his trouble, but Stavros goes back to play. Soilis trying to move it up the near side boards. Taken away from him by Kirkby. Back behind the net again. Binghamton out towards the slot, sent back out of the zone, and now Binghamton off to tag up as Stone takes it back to center ice. Stone harassed there by Mucha. As now again, River Sharks looking for a line change. Quick play to get this one moving as Binghamton tries to bring it back up. As that's very, very close to too many men. Ray has it back behind the net. Takes a little stumble there coming around. That puck poke check back towards center ice. Gets there as Binghamton trying to regain possession. They take it back into their own zone and will turn it back the other way. Quickly up to Stanko. Stanko, one of the goal scorers here. Sent a head shot over the top of the net as that puck bounces back towards the blue line and unable to clear the zone again. Binghamton, way too many men in the zone as the River Sharks were trying to exit. It's thrown back ahead by Ray. He's rubbed off, and the River Sharks will take possession. Hustling it out is Gino D'Angelo. Sent across. Poke checked into the zone. Hustled in now by the River Sharks. Thrown towards the net, deflected, goes just wide. Hustling back into the play. Quick play there for Pozar. Pozar right back, comes up with possession, passed across. Another attempt towards the front. Thrown in front shot. Can't get it to go. Bounces in front. Excellent chance there as Luke James was there looking for the opportunity to stuff it home. Sent back ahead. Rolls by. Richards had to wait for that puck to clear the bench area before he could jump on. Stone took full advantage of that. Big hit at center ice, as that was a great play by Kodiak Whiteduck. Sent back behind the net. Moved ahead. Richards banks it back to center ice. Anderson will pick it up there. Anderson harassed. Kept in the zone. Nice play by the River Sharks to keep it in the zone by Richards. Luke Richards turning, looking, keeps possession. Backhander keeping the zone. A little bit of a cycle there for the River Sharks. Kept in again, and now it'll be slapped out. That'll go all the way down. No icing. Kozlowski letting Fody know there's no icing on the play. Fody sidesteps Avashkin. Hustling out on the near side. Fody loses possession, has it flipped up against Jessow. Jessow sends it back, and now the Black Bears defense continue to look up. Flip that one back towards the offensive zone, and the River Sharks chasing. A little bit of contact there. A little premature contact as down goes the Black Bear. A penalty upcoming. A tripping call going to come here. And again, the Elmira River Sharks will go back to the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill, as taking a seat is going to be Brendan Lucchese. 2-0 with 16:51 to go in the second period. This is now 3 in a row for the Binghamton Black Bears. Puck is dropped, one back, wrapped around the boards, hustling over. The River Sharks will get it cleared out of the zone, and on the chase again. Back to play it around, the goaltender Egbert moves it back for Kirkby. Kirkby harassed by his alternate number as Cooper Bowman, the lone man down deep, pressuring. Already 20 seconds killed, and it's all the way at the other end of the ice. Great play there by the River Sharks penalty kill. Sent towards the front, a shot, kick save, and up with net, and missed the open net. River Sharks catch a break there. Anderson turns it around, trying to hustle it back towards the zone. Breaks it in, a little drop pass again. Black Bears trying to set it up, top of the slot, deflected. Chopped back towards the net again and pushed towards the side by Rasmus App. Wraparound attempt, kick save, and again, Spencer Kozlowski, the team better be buying him dinner. He has been phenomenal back there in net. Hit along the boards, trying to push it back out of the zone. Unable to do so as the Black Bears take possession, working it back down, looking for a lane. Play here by Logar. Logar back to the point. Passed across again by Kirkby over to Anderson. Anderson turns, he looks, drops a pass down low. Again, trying to play it off. It's Gamzatov. My apologies there. First game of the season for me as well, as the Black Bears take possession, leave it back behind. Back to get it is Liam Anderson. Anderson drops a pass for Jessow. Jessow hustling it around. 15:27 to go in the period. 34 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. 2-0 Black Bears. Binghamton takes possession, trying to hustle it back out. Gets over the blue line, over the red line, and hustling it back the other way. This is Anderson. Chopped away from him, but right back onto the stick of another Black Bear as Brendan Stanko has possession. Taken away from him quickly, and now Elmira will clear the zone. 15 seconds remaining in the kill. 15:05 to go. Period number 2 as Binghamton returns to pick up the puck. Weber hustling that up for Binghamton. 5 seconds remains in the kill. Trying to move this puck along. A big hit there, but again, the puck continues to waffle around. That puck's moved back ahead, pushed ahead, and here comes the River Sharks with numbers. 3-on-1, hustling it in the other way. A look, passed across shot and couldn't get the deflection. A loud applause here from the Binghamton crowd, despite that one just being a missed play, more so than anything else. Right back the other way comes the Black Bears. Into the zone. Looking, Stanko right towards the front, deflected, and a backhand won't go. Back out, Weber keeps the zone momentarily, sends down into the opposite corner. River Sharks get there. Trying to play it out. Trying to push it ahead. A little bit of trouble as that puck's deflected back towards the corner. Jessow has it. Kicked aside one more time. Back to play. Luke James moves that puck out. This one might have the distance, and it will. Icing call. 14:06 to go in the second period of play. But that will be a immediate timeout. The trailing official does call for the immediate timeout. 14:06 to go here, period number 2. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be right back here on Mixlr.com and YouTube, the home for your Elmira River Sharks.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right. Well, 14:06 left to go here in the second period of play. Again, period of the long change. And again, 3 straight penalties, all coming against your Elmira River Sharks. You have to imagine some penalties will start coming to the other side here at some point. So the River Sharks going to have to keep attacking, find their way down to the other end of the ice. See what they can do. A long look. Back at a instant replay. Was Avashkin just missing the backhander there by the side of the empty net. Face off. One back by the Black Bears, but quickly taken away. Soilis with a big play there. Right back out towards the front. Shot and another save there. Coming up big. Netminder Spencer Kozlowski. So now the change will come. Rasmus Asp will head on. Face off down here to Kozlowski's right-hand side. Puck is dropped, one back, shot, deflected, and Kozlowski will grab it out of midair. Well, we're getting ready for a championship series season for baseball, so why not? Face off to Kozlowski's right-hand side again. 13:55 to go as they show that one yet again. Face off won by the Black Bears. Pushed into the center of the zone and now trying to move it out. Taken away by Ray. Right back towards the front. A shot and a stop. Huge play there, and Rasmus Asp comes away with the puck, but a Black Bear ended up in the back of the net. It only counts if the puck gets there, so whistle blown, 13:46 to go. Still 0-0. Puck drop will come to the left-hand side this time of Kozlowski. 13:46 remaining. There's the hit from Yarwood. As now again. Puck drop. One back by the River Sharks. Sent around the boards. Looking for Ryan Fritz. Fritz, our first period intermission guest. Thank you again for stopping by. As that puck's moved forward. Hustled into the zone. 2-on-1 for the River Sharks. So fake windup. Takes it back behind the net. Time out in front. A shot. And it's stopped. Gobbled up that time by Nolan Egbert. Egbert again coming up with the stops when he needs to, but right now shots on goal tell the story. 29-16 in favor of Binghamton, and I'm sure those 3 power plays certainly helped out there. Face-off dropped. River Sharks on the chase, but Anderson will go back to get it. Fed off the boards and out of play. That one is deflected, so face-off will come right back where it was to the right-hand side of the netminder Egbert. Face-off coming here. A lot of talk as Black Bears Kirkby will be kicked out of this face-off circle. Coming in instead, Austin Thompson. Nope, they're going to fix it again. Logar, Andrew Logar, right back to the front, shot to goal! Huge goal there. The River Sharks first. It's Kuna Jackson right off the draw and makes it 2-1. A beautiful play there. Just as they drew it up, Kuna Jackson makes it 2-1. So cut that lead right in half. 13:22 to go. 2-1 in favor of the Black Bears. Kuna Jackson a beauty, and that one will go home with the River Sharks' first goal in team history. Puck's one back, and again, 13:20 remains here, 2-1. Puck is one back. River Sharks again, an opportunity right in front of the net. It's still loose under the defense. Hustling up and poke checked away. Kuna Jackson accidentally chipped it away from his teammate Gino D'Angelo. Right back out towards the front again. That puck chopped away one more time. D'Angelo has it, waits, fires it wide as that puck will roll up into the netting. So, unfortunate play there. 12:59 to go. As I said, it just takes one. Get yourselves right back into it. As now, the River Sharks with some energy. Penalty upcoming here as well. Taking a seat, it's Austin Thompson for 2 minutes. I missed the call, but the River Sharks going on the power play here. So we'll see if Elmira can bring this one back to even. Puck is dropped. Binghamton will win the draw. Fed back towards the blue line, kept there, as Elmira kept it for a moment, but then it does get out. Yarwood will go back to play. Cam Yarwood with possession. Takes it behind his net. Slows things down. Passed ahead and hustling it back out, Stavros Soilis. Soilis into the zone. Hustling, cutting through, looking for a lane. Wraps around the backside of the net. Fires up to Richards. Richards back, looking for Soilis, but couldn't get it to him. Black Bears break it up. Hustled back out the other way. Slashing was the call, as that puck will wrap around. Cam Yarwood with possession. Yarwood rolls it back behind the net, looking for Soilis. Soilis again, back, looking to get back behind the net. Avashkin will take it back to his defenseman, and JT Walters will play with it. Walters, slapper, all the way down. Rolls around the boards. Good stop there by the netminder back behind. Kozlowski leaves it for Yarwood. Yarwood has it taken away from him. Now the check there, right back towards the Binghamton bench. Avashkin is there. He takes a rough ride, but again, continues with the puck. Couple of players hitting him. 58 seconds to go on the man advantage. Moved ahead. Richards with it. Richards into the zone. He looks, drop pass, but nobody there to get it. Bowman steps up and lays a hit. Bowman chasing back after it as Kirkby will dump in. Kozlowski leaves it there. Avashkin pressuring. Yarwood slaps at it. Gets the puck to move ahead, and now out come the River Sharks. Hustling back the other way. Still 38 seconds to go on the man advantage. It's Richards. Fires. It's off the post. And again, the River Sharks with an opportunity. Back the other way. Here comes Binghamton with time. A quick takeaway there by Cooper Bowman. Bowman back behind the net. Rolls it around. Aldworth dumps it back off. Finds Rasmus Asp. Last 17 of the power play. As again, Asp looking up ice. Fires it ahead. Finds his man. Into the zone they go. Bowman, a quick pass to the sideboards. Dump back down low. Fed towards the slot, but nobody is there. That one slapped ahead and all the way back down. That's going to do it for the first man advantage of the night for Elmira. Penalty comes to an end. 10:55 to go in the period. 2-1 in favor of Binghamton. Thompson turns it around. That nice bat out of midair by Rasmus Asp, the newly named assistant captain. As the puck skitters along, kicked ahead by Asp. Asp moved off. Trying to get that puck out. Black Bear down on top of it, as that was Stenko. Puck flipped ahead by Thompson. Shot deflected away. Excellent save by Asp. Asp makes a heck of a save there. Moving back towards the Binghamton goaltender. That puck will be swatted away by Stone. Big change here for Elmira. A lot of people caught towards the benches. Binghamton breaking in. Shot and a goal. Smith, his second of the night, came in virtually unopposed. Soilis sat back, and Smith was able to just walk right in, take the shot he wanted, and beat Kozlowski. .10:15 to go here, period number 2. And here it is on the replay again. Avoids one defender. Soilis goes down to make the block, but just took his shot right from the slot. Ensuing faceoff now, Elmira wins the draw. Flipped ahead back through center ice. Into the zone it goes, offside. As that puck will go all the way down and should be icing. So that'll be blown dead. 10:03 to go here, period number 2. It's a 3-1. So, Stone so far has 2 here tonight. As now, Elmira lines up to the left of the netminder. Pushed ahead. Back chasing it. A little trouble there for James as he wasn't able to control. Moved ahead off the helmet of Thompson. That puck fed along. James on the chase again. James puts a stick in there but can't get possession. Now the River Sharks come up with it. It's Rasmus Asp flipping it ahead, but nobody there to get it. Now James will come away with it. Luke James sent back. Finds his men looking for a drop pass there to Asp, but it ends up on a Binghamton stick. That was Tyson Kirkby. Back out the other way comes Thompson. Thompson to drop pass. Looking, shooting, kick save. Another opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. Austin Thompson catches the rebound and makes it 4-1. 9:32 to go. And again, the River Sharks. We'll see it here on the replay here in a moment. Just an excellent read of the situation as the Black Bears spread it out. The River Sharks unable to hold up there as this puck pushed ahead. Now Elmira pushing it back. JT Walters takes possession in his own zone. Flipped around. Trying to move this puck up is Jesse Anderson, taken away from him. Flipped ahead, but Elmira couldn't control. Back the other way. Flipped up for Ivashkin. Bounces away from him. Comes back to center ice. It'll be picked up there by Jesse Anderson. Passed off to JT Walters. Walters flips it ahead. Back to center ice it goes. Moved ahead. Trying to take the lane. Shot blocker to side that time again by Kozlowski. Flipped ahead. Chipped off the boards, but again can't clear the zone. Turned around one more time. Flipped off the boards. Back to get it. Moved ahead. Now Fritz has it with some speed. Fritz all alone, looking, shooting, and it misses the net. Kuna Jackson now with it. Flip down low. Trying to play that one off. Couldn't do anything with it. As now again, Binghamton resetting. 8:26 left to go in the second period. 4-1 in favor of Binghamton at this point. The shot off the netminder again towards the front. Just skates clear the net mouth. As now Elmira will hustle, trying to get this out of the zone. Stick in his hands, taken away. Comes away with the puck still, however. A little drop pass from Martin Mucha. Mucha pass across, shot, and it just misses the net. Again, Elmira digging deep, trying to get something going here. Back behind the goal. Binghamton quickly trying to move it out. It's flipped back to center ice. As Jessow has it. He's harassed. Off and into the zone. Cooper Bowman picks it up. Bowman looking for a drop pass. Now it's down low. Stenko, another shot, and it's deflected wide. Mucha flips that one up in the air. Trying to play it out was Luke Richards. Couldn't get possession of it. Now it's poke checked away. Pushed ahead by Kuna Jackson into the zone. Tough play there for Anderson, who takes it back behind his own net. He's harassed by Luke Richards. Back out Binghamton on the far side. Hustling it in. Tyson Kirkby sidesteps a check. Kirkby, he takes a rough ride for his trouble. Now a couple of even scraps down here. As Bowman in there digging. Some more pushing and shoving, and Binghamton still comes out of the scrum with the puck. Back behind, a shot off the back of the, back wall, I guess. Back to Stone at the point, deflected, stopped, and a save again for Spencer Kozlowski. 7:05 to go here in period number 2. It's 4-1 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. We'll be back here on Mixler.com and YouTube, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right, with that, we are back. There's been an unfortunate start here. 4-1 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. As now, face-off. Gonna come back down to the other end of the ice. As the River Sharks have some catching up to do. Obviously, the Black Bears have put in 2 goals in the first, 2 goals so far here in the second. River Sharks did get their first in team history. It was Kuna Jackson bearing it off a beautiful face-off play. So, face-off to the left-hand side of the netminder. Soilis and Kirkby coming together. Kirkby wins it back. Pushed out of the zone by Weaver. Dumped back in. Back to get it. Kozlowski lets it go. Rasmus Asp is there. Asp takes a look. Fires it up the sideboards. It bounces at center ice. Unable to do much with it as Weaver gets it right back to Kirkby. Bounced ahead again. Chipped away. Opportunity here as it's picked off and moved in the zone by Binghamton as they look to increase their lead. Puck sent around behind. Rasmus Asp is there. Asp firing it ahead, picked off again defensively, and another play right at center ice. Weber manages to keep his man tangled up as Asp winds and sends it up the far side boards. Back behind off of the official. And now one more time. River Sharks hemmed in their own zone. Trying to play this one up. Just some trouble as they are still trying to get that puck to move. Now it finally does come out, but right onto a Black Bear stick. Asp will take it away. Rasmus Asp takes it back behind his net. Long look as he looks for somebody to pass to. Sends it up the near side boards. Got it as far as the blue line, but again fails to clear. Now Soilus will step in. Soilus takes possession. He gets it out of the zone. Fires it into some skates, and again it's turned over at the red line. Played up, in trying to get it through and unable to do so. River Sharks chasing again as the Black Bears dump it in. Kozlowski back to play. 5:40 to go. Period number 2. 4-1 Binghamton. Puck moved ahead. Gets it to the blue line, but again fails to do anything else with it. Jessow taken down after he gets rid of the puck deeper into the zone. Asp with it up the far side boards. Still can't clear the zone. Now they get it out. JT Walters will go back to play. Walters firing it ahead. Binghamton moving it into the zone. Asp will turn and chase. Asp takes it around the backside of the net. Long look. Fired up the boards. Muka takes a hard hit for his trouble. And now again back to play. Flip back to center ice. Dumped down. Luke Richards puts his head down but is not going to have the speed to beat out the defender, Jesse Anderson. And with 5:03 to go in period number 2, it's still 4-1 Black Bears. So, face-off will come to the right-hand side yet again of Spencer Kozlowski. So, puck drop coming to the right-hand side. It's going to be Cooper Bowman out to take the draw. Bowman lines up, wins the draw, sends it back behind his net, sends it to the near side. He's looking for Luke Richards, who fires it up into the air. That gets that one out of the zone. And now the River Sharks on the dump and chase method. Mucho was chasing after. Stone picks it up for Binghamton. His pass deflected. Avashkin will get there. Another deflected pass. Binghamton manages to get onside. Sent forward to Avashkin. Back down low it goes again. Avashkin on the chase. Avashkin tied up there. Trying to play it off. Some trouble for the River Sharks as they do come away with it. Hustling out the other way was Kodiak White Duck. Sent up to the blue line and again failing to clear. Sent back wide. Ray will hop off the bench and get right into the play. Fires that one off of the skates of Gino D'Angelo. Ray has it again. Back down low, below the goal line. Brendan Stanko towards the front, deflected wide of the net again. Stone with it, sends down low to the hash marks. Ray moves it back down below the goal line. Now coming out quickly was Jessow. Jessow fires it down into the corner. Back to get it is White Duck. White Duck off and around the boards, firing it up. Can't control it. That puck will be chopped away. Jessow still with possession, however, sends it back below the goal line. Back to Stone on the near side boards at the hash marks. Back down low again. Trying to get it back to Stone, but the River Sharks able to provide some stoppage there for a moment. But again, right back onto a Black Bear stick. Stone winds, fires, kick save again in the back of the net. I believe, and I am correct, that's Justin Jessow making it 5-1. And you feel for Spencer Kozlowski, he has had a tough game in a game where he has been phenomenal back there. .341 to go here, period number 2. As the puck comes down, Binghamton takes possession. Trying to hustle this one up. Fed ahead. Into the zone it goes. Asp trying to deflect it out and cannot. Now it'll be played up. Asp sent ahead. Little drop play there. Into the zone comes Ryan Fritz. Fritz has it, turns, looks for a drop pass again. Fritz poke checks it away, takes a slash for his trouble, and is still digging for the puck. Some trouble getting into it. That one will be flipped all the way back down and will go for icing as Yarwood goes and touches up. That'll take us to the final media timeout here of the second period. 3:05 to go. We'll be back here on Mixler.com, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right. Well, with that 3:05 to go, we are back here and an offensive zone draw for the Elmira River Sharks. Happy to see that. It has been a little bit of a rough one so far. Face off to the left-hand side of the netminder. So puck drop coming here is James to take the draw. Face off to the left-hand side of the netminder. As now, 3:05 remains. Shots on goal, Binghamton 40, your River Sharks 18. Puck is moved back to the blue line. Yarwood was able to keep it for a moment, but Binghamton quickly back out. Back the other way it comes, looking, shooting, and a stop made there. Right back towards the front, and that'll be stopped quickly by Kozlowski, taking no chances. He has been under fire this morning. Or excuse me, this evening. My apologies for that. Little error, folks, as faceoff will come to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. Puck is won back. Fired towards the net, kicked ahead by the River Sharks. Thrown ahead one more time as Fritz comes in but was offsides, had to tag up. Asp with possession, firing it ahead, but again he's tied up. Pushing and shoving right in front of that River Shark bench. Kozlowski leaves it behind for Cam Yarwood. Yarwood firing it ahead. That one's picked off right at the blue line. Again, another attempt, shot saved by Kozlowski as Tyson Kirkby was right there. Kirkby back towards the point. Wines, fires, deflected, save, another stop, and it's picked off by the River Sharks. Trying to move it ahead. As Stavros Solis has it taken away from him, it's Kirkby again, firing it to the opposite side of the ice. Played off the boards by James. Rubbed off was Fritz, as that'll wave off the icing call. So the River Sharks will make a line change here. Fritz back to Chase. Has it, dumps it down low. Cooper Bowman is with it now. Bowman back behind the goal. Has that puck come through. Another River Shark pass is deflected out into center ice. Back to get it. Gino D'Angelo fired ahead, flipped up and into the zone. Nobody able to control it as Anderson goes back to play. A little drop pass there for his defensive partner, JT Walters. Back towards the blue line, able to keep for the moment. River Sharks in with it. Another opportunity. A shot goes just wide of the net. Excellent chance there for the River Sharks. Haven't seen too many of those here recently, as again, Gino D'Angelo trying to hustle his way out of the zone. Breaks out with speed. D'Angelo into the zone. Throws that puck down deep. Banking on Lucchese to get there. Could not, as that puck's tied up. Pushed ahead. Now the River Sharks with possession. A firing pass. Goes back to the point. Kuna Jackson a shot. And it's in the back of the net. Kuna Jackson gets his second. He's got the first in team history, and now he's got the second as well. Kuna Jackson, in 10 games last year in Bonnyville, Fort Saskatchewan, had 10 games played, 6 goals, 7 assists, and 13 points. As now, 1 minute, 13 seconds to go. It's 5-2 in favor of the guys in black. They're wearing black hats for sure tonight, as now the River Sharks trying to rebound here. Right towards the front, a shot deflected away. Excellent play by Spencer Kozlowski. Stone passed across. Looking, shooting, saved by Kozlowski. 55.8 seconds left to go in the second period of play. 5-2. As Jackson from Muka, as the River Sharks trail by a 3 spot right now. Muka set to take the draw. Puck is dropped. River Sharks chasing. Luke Richards going to get there. Richards has it, fires it off a leg, and that puck broken up again, slapped out of the zone. Anderson goes back to play. 45 seconds remain in the period. River Sharks would love to get a little bit more pressure on the Black Bears here. Broken out once again, hustling it back the other way. Binghamton passes across. Devashkin waiting, looking, taking out the goaltender as a penalty upcoming. Interference is the call, and it's going to go against Elmira. 30.9 seconds to go. This again, Elmira's 4th penalty kill of the game to 1 power play. So, again, Thomas Aldworth this time will take the seat in the penalty box. As now, it's a Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill for the last 30.9 seconds. They'll show the replay here. As, I don't know, it wasn't a ton of contact on the replay. As now that puck kept deep in the zone by Binghamton. Picked up by Elmira, sent back towards the point and does get out. Hustle here for Lucchese. Played out there by the netminder. Egbert gets it up to Stanko. Moved it quickly ahead. Puck chipped ahead again. Elmira playing it out. It's Bowman hustling back with 6 seconds. He winds, he fires, and it's saved there by Egbert. 3.7 seconds to go means an offensive zone faceoff to finish off this second period of play. And again, first goal of the season for the River Sharks came off Kuna Jackson's set play. We'll see what they do right here. As Bowman is set. Going to lose that draw back to Yarwood. Still a second to go. Throws it towards the net and a glove save by Egbert. So, that's going to take us to the end of period number 2. A 5-2 deficit, but again, seeing the breakout of Kuna Jackson here in the second intermission. He's had a period to write home about as the River Sharks put up a 2 spot. Unfortunately, the 3 spot put up by the Binghamton Black Bears makes that a little bit hard to appreciate. But again, excellent effort there for the Elmira River Sharks to fight back, to battle back. And now they've still got 20 minutes left to go. Again, you just watched a 3 spot put up by the Binghamton Black Bears, so it's certainly in the realm of possibility. Just got to come out, play strong, play smart, not take any more penalties because you're still going to have some time to kill. 1.5 minutes up on the board still remains. But again, penalties 4-1 right now in favor of the Black Bears, so we'll see power play opportunities, what comes of that. Again, shots on goal, Binghamton 43, Elmira 21, so the shots on goal tell the story there, but again, still a lot of time to go. 20 minutes on the clock after this, so we'll wait to see what the River Sharks can do. It's the inaugural game of your Elmira River Sharks, as obviously the River Sharks hoping to find their way back into this game and hopefully take out something really, really strong here in the not too distant future. We'll see what the River Sharks can do when we come back. You're listening to River Shark Hockey here on Mixlr.com and live on YouTube, your home for River Shark Hockey all season long.
FPHL action returns to the first arena on Saturday, October 21st at 6:07 p.m. as the latest addition to the FPHL battles the Watertown Wolves. Don't miss a minute of the hard-hitting action as the River Sharks feed on the FPHL. Call 607-734-PUCK and guarantee yourself a spot today. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the Fin.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
Second period in the books down here with Santino Foti. Santino, big night here. You guys' first game of the regular season against a really close divisional opponent, 57 minutes away. What's it like here to finally get the season underway?
It's an unreal feeling. Just being around a good group of guys and performing with them and coming out strong just means a lot, especially putting a new team together. It's looking good.
Speaking of putting a new team together, obviously this is your guys' first chance really outside of the exhibition to get into a game situation, your first time as a team to represent the logo on the front of you guys. Is there extra pressure to that, or is it kind of, after the exhibition, a little bit less of a kind of a pressure bubble for you?
It's a huge pressure on the spot because all of us are just battling for a spot on the team still. Like, there's no for sure's for no one. People are still coming in and out, and we're just all working hard to deserve our spot.
When you talk about working hard, obviously training camp's been a bit of a bear for you guys. Everybody knows you've been up in Ithaca training and getting ready. Haven't gotten to step foot on your home ice yet. But when you guys look at the situation, do you think that builds you a little bit closer together as a team?
Oh, for sure. Just talking to them, even getting together off the ice, just means a lot. Just great bonding just adds to the game.
And when you talk about bonding, obviously a lot of these guys you've never played with before. You guys haven't had those experiences together. Has it been easy to kind of sink right into that right off the bat, or has it been a little bit harder in trying to find ways to sync up with the guys?
It's been quite easy because a lot of guys that been playing games in the league, like it was my first year last year, I was kind of nervous at the start, but then the older guys got me going. So I felt comfortable because of older guys. But now I'm trying to do the same thing with the young guys now and make them comfortable with the league.
Now, obviously, you got guys with C's and A's on their jersey. There's a leadership group. But how important is it for everybody to really be a leader when it comes to a brand new franchise like this?
A leader just means a lot. It just adds a big role to the team. Like, they have to communicate with all of us or else it's going to go downhill. But the three guys that were picked could be better than that.
And speaking of which, obviously tonight's a huge game. This is the first of 13 times you guys are going to see Binghamton. Rivalries get built over time, but when you play a team 13 times, you got to assume there's going to be some bad blood over the course of that. What does that do for you guys in the room, knowing that this is one of 13 times you're going to match up with a team?
I'm just hoping we set our tone early and just have a good year. We're looking to win it this year, and we have the team to do it.
All right, well, hoping to win it. Santino Foti, thank you so much. We'll be back here on the second period intermission report.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Tyler Jurich. Coach, obviously this arena has to bring back some memories. It's a place you've spent the last 2 years really helping to develop this program. What's it like for you to be back here?
Yeah, no, obviously, I had a great 2 years here, but we're going to move on for that. But yeah, helped build a great team there, and not a lot of the guys are in that locker anymore. So we got a good team here. We're excited to get it going.
You talk about, obviously, the changeover. There's a lot of those guys that used to play down here now wearing River Sharks jerseys. Their opportunity to come back here, kind of make a statement here in your first game back. First of 13, how important is it to get off on the right step?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm glad to have these great players that were on Binghamton now with us. We're going to play them a lot of times. It's going to be the gritty games. They're going to get intense, so we're excited and we're prepared.
Speaking of prepared, obviously you guys have had an endurance training camp this year, a lot of travel for you guys. So starting off on the road, how does that kind of impact the boys, or is it a little easier just because of all the travel you guys have had to do?
Yeah, it's a little easier. We're prepared for it. We've been traveling for training camp all week for a beautiful arena to get ready. So, everybody's excited. They've been working hard, so we'll get it going.
Speaking of working hard, obviously there was a lot of cuts to be made. You had to make some moves on the roster coming out of Tuesday's game. Obviously, exhibition game, you can't worry about the result. It's worrying about the players who are here. The players who are here now, is this the team you see being able to capture the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we obviously want to build a strong core. We know in minor league hockey you don't always get to keep the same team the whole year, but we want to have a strong core, and it starts tonight.
And when you talk about, obviously, this is a big rivalry game. It's a team you're going to see as many times. We just talked about 13 times. When you look at this roster and how you match up against it, what's kind of the goal for you to take out of this game? Obviously, the 2 points are big, but outside of that, what kind of message do you guys need to send in your inaugural game?
Yeah, we know in our locker room what we have to do, what we're all preaching, and we're going to work toward that. We'll worry about our game, and our game should take care of itself. Obviously, we haven't seen them play, and we'll make adjustments as needed, but we play our game, we'll be good.
I do want to talk to you since you bring up your game. The other night against Watertown, a team that played their first game last night, your penalty kill was unbelievable, stopping everything that got thrown on all three netminders. Nothing came through on the power play. On the power play side of things, a little less impactful. You guys didn't have your entire roster lined up. What was the adjustments you had to make after that exhibition?
Yeah, no, we added a couple guys during the week, but like you said, we didn't have our full roster that game. Penalty kill was great. We all know how important special teams are in this league, so power play and penalty kill need to be clicking.
And speaking of that, again, we had three goaltenders go the other night. Obviously, a very, very talented lineup in front of you, a very, very talented defensive unit in front of you. As far as in the net, what's the outlook now? Who impressed you? Why are they getting the start tonight? And what can they expect of these guys going forward?
Oh, yeah. All three of them are great. Pleased with them, all in camp, all in the preseason game. We're going to go with Spencer Kozlowski. That's the guy we got in the expansion draft, and the guy that is going to start us off game one.
Awesome. And now, last thing before I let you go, obviously the captains came out last night. Assistant captains all set. As you look at your leadership group this year, how comfortable are you with them being your group going forward and those guys leading this team to victory?
I'm very comfortable. They all have a letter for a reason, and they're going to prove it. Obviously it's easier said than done, but very confident with those three.
Last question before I let you go. Again, we talked about this is kind of, as you put it here, the house that you built the last couple of years, putting the effort into making this team what it is. How important is it for you, especially in a 13-game series, to start things off on the right foot and to get those points?
Yeah, no, it'll be huge because we got a young team. I know they have a young team too, but start off here tonight in Binghamton in front of a great crowd, great fans. We have a good game, get confidence going, and we just get more confident every day with the younger guys. So we're excited to get it going.
And get it going we shall when we come back here on the Mixler.com pregame show.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right, and with that, the intermission winding down. Still a minute and a half of penalty kill to go here for the Elmira River Sharks, but the shots on goal, again, tell the story. 43 for Binghamton, 21 for Elmira. The two goals for Elmira in the 5-2 deficit, both coming off the stick of Kuna Jackson. He has the first two goals in Elmira River Sharks history. And I'll tell you what, that is a huge, huge momentum swing for the River Sharks when you sit there and consider the way that this game has really gone. It has been an onslaught from the Black Bears, continuing to come and come and come at the River Sharks and their netminder. Spencer Kozlowski, I have to say, has been absolutely phenomenal when you look at the body of work here in the first two periods. However, he needs to be given a little bit of a break here in the third period. Hopefully, somebody can get that puck down and put it onto the other net, and Nolan Egbert, who has faced just 21 shots here tonight so far, and the River Sharks are going to have to find a way to get something rolling in their offensive end. Looking around the league in the FPHL, just one other game happening tonight, and that is the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Watertown Wolves. That game taking place in Danbury, 2-0 in favor of the Hat-Tricks, as adding to the earlier goal, Danbury just managing to put 2 pucks in the net in the first period of play. They're only 2:34 into the second period, so we'll see if they can hold on to that. Again, Danbury falling to Watertown last night, so it's going to be an interesting one here to see how that all plays out. Again, Elmira will be looking to come out here and make an impact as quickly as possible. They've got a minute and a half to kill, so not the easiest road ahead with a 3-goal deficit that they need to find a way to reverse. With 4:05 left to count down here before we kick off the third period of play, starting to see players milling around down in the entryways. Head coach Tyler George certainly going to have a mouthful for his entire team. Obviously some excellent defensive play, and I mean, again, the amazing play back in net of Spencer Kozlowski. He is standing on his head back there. Couple of ones he'd love to have back, but again, that's the situation. Any goaltender all the way up to the NHL, you just hope that the River Sharks can get the offense going. That's kind of been the bone of contention when you look at the River Sharks, is where's the offense going to come from? You heard me ask Coach Tyler Jurich that the other day when we were in Watertown. He says it's going to be by committee. This is going to be a team that's going to have to work and find its way through. And you're seeing it right here tonight. This team is having to work together. They're having to find ways. Set face-off play got them the first goal in team history to cut the deficit to 2-1. And then the rest is history now, as the River Sharks going to be looking to continue to cut into a deficit. A 3-goal deficit now, 5-2, as Binghamton came out very, very strong here in front of their hometown crowd. And now you've got to find the answer. You've had 2 periods of kind of defensive style hockey that, again, you've allowed 43 shots to pepper your netminder. He's certainly done his job here tonight. Now you've got to find a way to move the puck to the offensive side of the ice. Find a way to put things into the opposite net. Again, I look at these numbers and you think, Nolan Egbert, has he been challenged? He's really, some of these shots on goal, you think back to some of them and they're not terribly strong shots. They got to find ways to get effective shots on goal as the River Sharks take to the ice here. When you've seen the challenging shots, Kuna Jackson's had a pair of them and he's managed to put them back behind the netminder. That's what they're going to have to do here in period number 3. There's going to be 20 minutes on the board, and it's going to be a big question of who can come up with the shots and get them by Nolan Egbert. So, the clock counts down, and we are about to go back again to the penalty kill. Vincenzo's Pizzeria certainly has had their name mentioned a couple times here, as we've been 4 times on the penalty kill here tonight. We'll have to see if the River Sharks can get something going here offensively. Start things off on the right foot now as the clock counts down. You see, there's the Kuna Jackson first goal in team history. Unfortunately, after getting that goal, you'll see it here. Easy one there for Connor Smith, his second of the game. I'm sure we're going to get the rest of them here as well. No, we'll see the Connor Smith one again. Just had a wide open shot as the captain, Stavros Soilis, went down to try to block it, but Too much time, too much open space. And then Black Bears again, another opportunity, a rebound chance there. And there's just been a few too many of those. Austin Thompson able to poke that one home, as the defense just too far away from the net to be able to get there and poke it away, as Kozlowski dove to try to knock that one down, just unable to do so. And then, of course, the final goal for Binghamton. There was the initial shot, a little wraparound. Oh, excuse me, this was the... Thought we were looking at the final one here, and there's the final one, as it's a shot from the point, deflected off of the netminder, and then an easy put home there, as again, the River Sharks with some work to do, as they still trail by a 3 spot. Binghamton's put up 5 so far, and now the River Sharks have to find a way to get things going their way. First off, killing the first minute and a half, and they win the opening draw. Asp trying to get it out and cannot. So now chasing it back. Kodiak White Duck puts it up, gets it to the blue line, but again trouble clearing the zone, as Anderson in there digging. Moves the puck back towards Anderson at the blue line, and it does skitter by. That'll go all the way down. Chasing after it, Cam Yarwood. Yarwood pushing it as the Bears have possession, but a little trouble here, and now that's coughed up. Cooper Bowman off the back of the net. Can't keep possession, however, and Binghamton will resume. Avashkin gets it out of the zone. A little step up there you see in the River Sharks, as a penalty going to be drawn here. Hold on, I think this is coming against Binghamton. We'll wait to see. It is. It's going to be Avashkin going to the box. The penalty to Nikita Avashkin. So that'll kill the last 50 seconds of the 4-on-4, or excuse me, of the power play for the Binghamton Black Bears. So you see the play here as down went the Bears player, and obviously the Bears fans not too happy with the call, but getting a little closer here, as now the River Sharks will get an offensive zone draw. Mucha sets up. Again, a little face-off play attempted there. Seeing a lot of that here from the River Sharks, as Tyler Jurich drawing that up. A slash right out of the hands of Mucha. So Mucha has to go get a stick. We're 4-on-4 here for another 36 seconds, as Anderson has possession. Passing across is Binghamton breaking out into the zone. JT Walters sends it down low. Long look here, a shot. Kicked aside that time by Kozlowski in front, and a great play there by Gino D'Angelo. Picked up. Stick taken away from Gino D'Angelo. I believe that broke on him, as now Anderson has it, passes across. D'Angelo looking for a new stick, as it's poke checked away. Back to the point. JT Walters will take it out of the zone. Last 5 seconds of the man advantage, or excuse me, of the 4-on-4, my apologies, as that puck gets back. And again, Anderson will go back to play. Anderson back behind the net, taking a long look. He waits, fires that one up. This one will go all the way down as the power play begins. Minute to go on the man advantage, as Cam Yarwood picks it up. Throwing it ahead. Tripped up there, as that one's knocked down. Yarwood will have to go to play that one. Goes into the corner, flipped ahead. And now it'll be sent back behind. Yarwood on the chase. Yarwood trying to get there. He throws the body instead. Now he comes away with the puck, sending it back behind. That was Aldworth. Aldworth has it. Fires it ahead. Looking for a lane. Aldworth gets it back. Into the zone he goes. Thomas Aldworth wraps it around the boards. Yarwood hustles, keeps the zone. Great play there, and now back to the top of the circle. A little drop pass there. Back to Yarwood at the point. Passed across. Another opportunity here for James. James back towards Yarwood. Yarwood winds. Pass across. Wind fires, and it's kicked aside again. Shot back towards the blue line and out of the zone. Last 12 seconds of the man advantage. Back to get it goes Yarwood. Line change here at the last 6 seconds of the power play. Quickly fired ahead. Here comes the River Sharks. Trying to break it into the zone. They get in. James has it taken away, and that'll be sent all the way down. That'll do it for the man advantage. 17:15 to go, period number 3. 5-2 in favor of the Black Bears. As that puck is skittered along, Avashkin takes it. He gets hit for his trouble. Right back out towards the front, and now the River Sharks will pick up. 3-on-2 back the other way if they hurry. into the zone. It's Richards. Richards cutting through to the slot, fires, and it's an easy glove save for Egbert. 16:57 to go in period number 3. 5-2 in favor of Binghamton. Face-off going to come here to the left-hand side of the netminder Egbert. Shots on goal 45-23. As again, see if the River Sharks can get something going. Fritz lines up for the draw. Fritz waiting. Fritz and Fletcher, as they're going to kick Fritz out of the face-off circle. And so that means it's going to be Fody. Fody ties up his man. Puck goes into the corner. Fody comes away with it, throws it towards the front of the net, and that's taken away quickly there by the Black Bears. Puck pushed towards the boards. Sent back behind. Binghamton trying to clear the zone. They get it up to Smith. Smith, who has 2 goals already here tonight. Puck pushed to the sideboard one more time. Pushed ahead to Fritz. Fritz loses possession. Fletcher picks it up in his own zone and passes across to the defense. Move back towards center ice. Trying to hustle it out. Binghamton into the zone. Dumped around the backside. And right back down low again it goes. Binghamton continues to maintain zone possession. Back to the point. Shot by Anderson. Saved by Kozlowski, and he makes the save. 16:16 to go here in the third period. Still 5-2 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. So, face-off coming to the left-hand side of Kozlowski. As now, puck will be dropped between Soilis and Kirkby. Kirkby wins the draw, back to the point. JT Walters fires over the top of the net. And now the River Sharks on the chase again. Fed ahead to the blue line, but not out again. Shot towards the net, blocker to side. Sent back down deep. The River Sharks unable to maintain possession one more time. Now Stavros Soilis will pick it up. Hustling out of the zone over the red line. Crosses the blue line, looking for a lane. Tries to fire it towards the net, but JT Walters there. Stands up. Kept in the zone that time by the River Sharks, and unable to keep it that time. They throw it towards the net. Pushing and shoving after the whistle, as that puck was let go before the whistle went. And that's the argument being made. And now pushing and shoving right here in front of us. Everybody getting handsy now as Thompson getting his hands up. Giving the stinky glove to one of the River Sharks. I believe that's Mark Pozar. I think Thompson and Pozar are each going to go take a seat. No, Thompson being taken to the bin. Pozar, he is being taken over there. Okay, I was wondering. 15:44 to go. Faceoff's going to come back into the neutral zone. 15:44 to go, 5-2 in favor of the Black Bears. So we'll see when the puck is dropped here. So it looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey here. Obviously the whistle coming a bit late, and no shot coming in on the netminder, and Binghamton didn't care for that too much. 47-23, the shots on goal. As now again, back to the point. Asp has it. He breaks into the zone. Rasmus Asp lowers the shoulder, taking it down deep. He looks, fires towards the net, looking for the deflection, didn't get it. As now it's down low one more time, trying to push it back through. It's sent back towards the point, and Asp again. 4-on-4 hockey, so a lot of open ice. JT Walters pushing one around, trying to move that puck back towards Asp. It will get there. Asp has it right back towards the front and was looking for Cooper Bowman. Bowman couldn't get a stick on it. Now back the other way it'll come. Jelenskis trying to move it, but couldn't do much with that one, as now it flitters towards the blue line. Jelenskis lifts the stick but can't come away with it. Now that puck's taken away. Hustling out the other way. Up to Jelenskis. Little deflection looking for Bowman, and Anderson chops it away from them. Yarwood picks it up. Cam Yarwood sidesteps the check. Taken down in front. A penalty coming here, as the River Sharks going to go on the power play here in a minute. So it'll be a 4-on-3 as JT Walters going to head to the sin bin. So Walters goes to the penalty box. And again, it's 5-2. We're heading to the media timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey on Mixlr.com and live on YouTube.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right. With that, we are back here live. Egbert heads back to his crease, and now for the next minute 9, it's 4-on-3 hockey. Another power play opportunity. As the River Sharks looking for some momentum. As now again, Coach Tyler Jurich turning to Yarwood, Luke James. Up front here on the backside, going to be Aldworth. As we're waiting for something to be fixed here. All right, there we go. Everything's good to go now as puck is pushed. And Marty Mucha, was trying to get a number off that as that puck's rolled all the way down. Aldworth will go back to get it. Thomas Aldworth, acquired for his speed. He certainly has plenty of it. As now the River Sharks will start out the other way. Still 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-3. Pushed ahead. Marty Mucha into the zone. Cuts wide, a drop pass there. Looking, Mucha lifts his stick, lets that one go all the way around. It's Aldworth again. Aldworth firing across for Yarwood. Yarwood back down low, looking for a lane, trying to pass across as that one bounces, and that'll be sent all the way back down. Brendan Stanko quickly move back up. Yarwood has it. Binghamton having to work with just 3 men out there, and they make a quick change now. Hustling into the zone is Elmira. Trying to swat at it, but again, puck possession a problem here. As that puck does get out of the zone, last 14 seconds of the 4-on-3, and then it will become a 5-on-4 for the remaining 50 seconds. Penalty coming to an end here in 6 seconds. Little drop pass back. Hustling out is Elmira. 5-on-4 hockey now. Into the zone they go. Cutting through, looking, shooting, and it's deflected and moved out. Excellent swat there by the Binghamton defenseman as that puck will go all the way down. Quick change here for the River Sharks. Cooper Bowman back to play. Bowman lowers the shoulder and hustles out the other way. Bowman hustling. 5-on-4. At least it should be. It should be 5-on-4, but there's only 4 River Sharks on the ice. As now hopping over the boards, they make it a 5-on-4 for the remaining 20 seconds. There was a long period there where it was only 4-on-4. Back out the other way. A quick pass for Bowman. Tries to move it over for Richards. Taken away, and Binghamton will enter short-handed. A shot glove save. Quickly moved out. Last 5 seconds to go here. A whistle blown. As with 4 seconds remaining, the Binghamton pressure caused the whistle. So, all right. 5-2 in favor of Binghamton. And unfortunately, the power play goes for naught. Face off to the left-hand side of the netminder, Spencer Kozlowski, who again, you look at the score and it makes you wonder, but he has been stellar tonight, folks. Power play over, in offside goes Richards. Richards not taking too kindly to that. Pushing and shoving after the whistle. As 12:48 remains, it's offside, so excellent attempt here by the River Sharks to try to get something going on the power play, but Stone with a beautiful swipe out of midair. Just able to paw that one down. And now, Soilis back just outside the offensive zone. The River Sharks win the draw. Back to get it. Moved ahead. Trying to hustle this one up. Dumped into the zone. Egbert will go back to play. Leaves it for JT Walters. Walters fresh off his penalty. Gets that puck back to center ice. Big hit at center as Jessow goes down. Walters now throwing his body around. Jessow still down on all fours. Hustles back the other way. Here comes the River Sharks into the zone. Little drop pass waiting. Shot deflected into the corner. River Sharks still trying to move that puck back towards center. Couldn't do much with it as JT Walters now breaking out. Poke checked away there by Rasmus Asp. Asp down into the zone. Big hit there along the sideboards from JT Walters. He and Asp getting tied up. River Sharks with possession. Penalty upcoming, as I believe both are going to go to the sin bin, Asp and Walters. No, excuse me, just JT Walters. So some stuff going on down here now at the River Shark bench. As Jessow up and screaming. So Kirkby headed over for an explanation from the official, as right now the only man in the penalty box is JT Walters. Soilis heading over there too for the explanation. Show the replay. Big hit there right at center ice. Perfectly clean, I don't know. And then you see Jessow getting right into the River Sharks bench. I don't know what the booing's for. 12:04 to go here in period number 3. JT Walters is in the box. Jessow is in the box. The River Sharks may be on a 5-on-3 advantage here before this is all said and done. We'll wait to see what the official call is going to be. Soilis and Kirkby waiting for the explanation. So, this is a great chance for the River Sharks. Binghamton's got to keep their composure. That's what this comes down to. They've got a 3-goal lead with 12:04 to go in the third period of the first game of the season. And again, these teams are going to be seeing a ton of each other, and it looks like it's going to be 5-on-4, excuse me. I think the Jessow is going to be a 10-minute misconduct. We'll wait for the official word, but JT Walters has the 2 minutes up. And it will be a power play for your River Sharks. 12:04 remains in the third period, 5-2. As now, face off to the left-hand side of the netminder. I think they're going to send Jessow to the room. So yeah, Jessow is being taken right off the ice. Still chirping at the officials. He will go to the locker room. As now, 12:04 remains, 2 minutes on the board for JT Walters. And now Cooper Bowman set to take the draw in between Mucha. Puck is won back. Moritz has it for Binghamton. Takes a rough ride there. And now the puck moved back towards the blue line. Received Luke James. Throwing it back towards the front of the net. Back to get it is Bowman. Bowman battling it down low for Mucha. Back down low again. Jelenskis sends it back to the point. Another opportunity here for the River Sharks as they settle things down. 5-on-4 power play. Looking for a lane. Comes across. Back down low again. Towards the front, and they can't get the shot off. Jelenskis back to the point. Some trouble for Yarwood. Yarwood banks it off the boards. Looking towards the front again. Shot and an easy save for Egbert. Ironic song choice. Again, as I said off the top of the broadcast, 23 years ago today, the Jackals opened up right here. BC Iceman banners hanging from the rafters still. Puck is won back. Yarwood backs off instead as Fletcher hustles it and gets that puck all the way down the ice. Fletcher still on the chase. He wraps it around the boards. Jelenski is trying to chase it down, but Stanko's going to get there first. He moves it back to his defense. Anderson back ahead to Fletcher. And the Bears play keep away. Stone moving it back ahead. Binghamton enters the zone despite being down a man. Stanko goes wide. A shot off the post. Able to keep it out, and Kozlowski with a stop. A short-handed opportunity for the Black Bears. $11 minutes to go. 5-2 the score. Shots on goal, 49 for Binghamton, 26 for your River Sharks. Puck is won back by Elmira. Still 53 seconds to go in the man advantage as JT Walters sits in the sin bin. Going to move this puck along. Soilis passes it across. Long look up ice. Elmira trying to hustle this one ahead. They do get it out. Into the zone it goes. Looking. Shot does not come. Now it comes, and it's off the backside of the net. Pushed ahead. Trying to get there. Elmira will keep possession. Back to the point it goes. Little look here. Looking back for Asp. Decides to keep it himself instead. Moved down low by Aldworth. Thrown towards the net, deflected off and goes wide. Soilis has possession. Soilis looking back for Aldworth. Keeps it. Moves it back down low for Luke Richards. Richards moves it around the boards. Back again behind. Jackson, who's got 2 already on the night. Sends back to Asp. Asp looks, throws it towards the net. Deflects across again. Power play coming to an end in 4 seconds. JT Walters is out of the box. Move back behind, it's Jackson. Jackson leaves the puck down, trying to drop it. That one's flipped up in the air and stays in play. Rasmus Asp will go back to get it. Walters makes a change, under half a period to go, as that puck is sent back in the Binghamton end. Back to play it. Some time here for the Black Bears. Elmira makes a complete line change. Kirkby, he's roughed off the boards. Again, that puck skitters right back onto a Black Bear stick. Drop back down as the River Sharks get it ahead. Flipped ahead, out, and won't stay in the zone. D'Angelo threw it right back in, but right back onto a Black Bear stick. That's Weaver. Weaver taking a look, passes over to Anderson. Anderson quickly back out of the zone. Binghamton hustling, it's Logar in. He's got help. Moved aside, and now River Sharks looking up ice. Firing it along, it's off a leg, and back to center ice quickly as that puck is sent right back in. Elmira goes back to play, firing that one up through center ice, knocking it down. Quick play out, and into the zone goes Mucha. Mucha looking, waiting, passing right to the front, and they can't get the shot off. Quick slash there, and the referees have put the whistles away. Anderson, big hit there, as again, Lucchese was there, but he felt he got taken down before the puck was there, but didn't work out in his favor. Now Lucchese with it, has it, looking up ice, passes off to Fritz. Fritz into the zone, he's got Bowman. Fritz, look, shoots, goes just wide. Hustling quick back into the zone, Luke James. James towards the net, and that one goes wide, bouncing into the corner. It's Fritz again. Fritz back towards the point, can't get it to sit down Rasmus Asp. Asp hustling back, big windup shot, save, another attempt shot, save again. Kozlowski coming up huge. That'll take us to the media timeout. 8:21 to go. It's 5-2 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
FPHL action returns to the First Arena on Saturday, October 21st at 6:07 p.m. as the latest addition to the FPHL battles the Watertown Wolves. Don't miss a minute of the hard-hitting action as the River Sharks feed on the FPHL. Call 607-734-PUCK and guarantee yourself a spot today. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the Fin.
All right, and with that, we are back. 8:21 to go here, period number 3. As the River Sharks defensive zone draw. 5-2 Black Bears. Down here to the right-hand side of Spencer Kozlowski. Again, we'd like to take a moment here to give a quick shout-out. We have a ton of amazing partners this year. We would not be able to do this without them. Arnott, Lecom, great partners. 667 Apartments, unbelievable. Collier's Barbecue, Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, the list just goes on and on. We could not thank all of you enough. PDR Catering. We've got Outback Steakhouse. Huge thank you to you. And of course, as some of you saw, Mooney's is on and helping us out this season. And of course, our good friends, where we will be this Wednesday as that faceoff won back, and Binghamton takes possession again. That's rolled around at round and third. My apologies, I got cut off there. Right back again, a shot over the top of the net. Binghamton shooting gallery, as it's been most of the evening. 51-30 the shots on goal in favor of the Black Bears. Chopped down again by Kozlowski. Back behind Rasmus Asp. Asp looks ahead. Fired up to Bowman. Tripping over his own skates and back the other way comes the River Sharks with time. Turning backhand and a glove save as Egbert comes up big again. 7:57 remains, or 7:45 remains, my apologies. 5-2 in favor of Binghamton. You wonder what the River Sharks can do here late. Soilis looking to make a win of a draw and could not do it. That one will bounce back behind the net. Trying to move this puck along. Binghamton hustling it out of the zone. Thrown back towards the front of the net as Kozlowski doesn't have to touch it. Rolls into the corner. River Sharks ahead. Get it to the blue line and again fail to clear. Puck pushed back. River Sharks will clear this time. A lot on it. Might not have enough to cross the line though as Anderson has to chase it back and it does not. Back behind JT Walters. Walters moves it ahead. Picked off at center ice by the River Sharks. Dumped back in. River Sharks have to clear the zone as they're offside. Anderson goes back to play. 7:08 to go in the third period. Puck bounces up. Played back. Kuna Jackson fires it ahead. Out with it come the River Sharks. Into the zone. A little quick pass. Dumped down low below the goal line. Walters gets there. He's run into the backboards. Again back behind. Anderson continues to move it. Logar's there. He's run into and the puck continues back below the goal line. Logar hustling out on the opposite side. He avoids the check. Big check incoming there, but just did not make contact. Logar continues to work that puck ahead. It's kicked out. Picked off by Muka. Back out the other way. 3-on-2 for the River Sharks if they hurry. Hustling it in. Trying the pass. Could not connect. Now it'll be moved. Muka gets shoved into the boards hard. Flipped down low and back below the goal line. As again, Lucchese trying to get there. He can't poke check that puck away. They'll end up back on Lugar's stick. Lugar fires ahead. Again, a big takeaway there is back the other way. Come the River Sharks. It's Pozar passing it ahead. Shot. Another attempt. Shot. Goal! River Sharks score. That is a big one for Elmira. Excellent play as Brandon Lucchese makes it 5-3. So 5-3 in favor of the Black Bears, but 6:08 left to go. Still plenty of time. You love to see the follow-up there. Brandon Lucchese, here it is again. Lucchese just comes in, pokes it over the goaltender, and 5-3 the score. As now, the River Sharks win the draw. Trying to hustle this one back up the ice. 6:05 to go. Sent up towards the opposite blue line. Can't get it there. Bounces off a couple of Black Bears. Into the zone. Smith. Smith, who's got two already, bounces that one around. Weiber has it. Off the boards. Goes back down below the goal line. Again, an opportunity for the Black Bears off the side of the net. Towards the front, a shot and an easy goal. Thomas Ray. That did not take long. .544 to go. And it just got very, very hectic in front of the net, and Ray able to put it into the net easily. Here's the replay. So he hits the side of the net, throws it out towards the front. No defenseman to be found. And now again, a 3-goal deficit for the River Sharks. Puck is won back. Yarwood has it, passed across. Asp looks up ice, right, again picked off by the Black Bears. Into the zone it goes, 3-on-1, shot save. Huge stop as now the River Sharks will hustle out the other way. Aldworth into the zone, trying to sidestep a man, gets by one, but loses the puck. Aldworth comes off the boards and Ray will hustle this one out the other way. Ray over to Smith. Smith again, 2 goals already tonight. Fed back out and hustling up. Here comes the River Sharks. Shot over the top of the net and into the netting. So another great chance there for Luke Richards, just unable to do anything with it. As that one hit off the netminder and went up and into the netting. 5:09 to go in the third. As Elmira trying to get something going here late in the third. Trailing by 3. Puck won back to the point. Fired off a leg by Asp. Asp still battling. That puck taken away by Fletcher. He'll hustle out the other way. Fletcher passes across. Yarwood couldn't control. Now it'll be turned around by the River Sharks. Hustling up. It's Muka. Muka into the zone. Looking, firing, and it goes just wide. Asp right back in there to battle. He's held up at the blue line. Trying to push it along. Can't. That puck's still fluttering around. Now it goes back into the Binghamton end. Fed over for Anderson. Anderson back behind his own net. Cooper Bowman's got the read. Shoves it down low for Marty Muka. Muka turning around. Looks up ice. Sends a pass. Back down low again. Looking for a lane. Trying to get through and unable to come up with the puck. Now it's Anderson with it. Flipping it up the boards. Played out of the zone. Nikita Ivashkin passes it ahead. Kirkby into the zone. Pass across to Ivashkin with it one more time. A shot goes wide. Kirkby wraparound. That one stopped. And again, excellent play by the goaltender. Fed back towards the blue line. Anderson with time. Shot off a man. Anderson will get right back. Feeds for JT Walters. Deflected in the back of the net. Tyson Kirkby will make it 7-3. Well, not the way you drew this one up, for sure. As a lot of fight, but just nothing coming back so far for the River Sharks. As they continue to look for ways to solve Binghamton. That puck goes out of play, so 3:54 remaining. And a fight breaks out right in front of the River Sharks bench. Well, I guess you can't call it a fight. It's a little bit of a wrestling match. Couple of guys on the pushing and shoving. Kirkby was in there. Kirkby mouthing off to the River Sharks bench now. He took down Kodiak White Duck. Now pushing and shoving. Kirkby and Kuna Jackson going at each other. As Kirkby saying, who's next? Kodiak White Duck will be gone. Kirkby will be gone. Jackson will be gone. So as so often happens when you get late in a game like this, I guess we're hitting the media timeout according to the red blinking light, but again, not at all what you hoped for as a River Sharks fan, but still plenty of time here to try to put a mark on this game, finish strong, and start getting ready for next weekend. You can't win them all. It's a hard weekend, obviously, when you've canceled one and need to keep things going your way. But again, 7-3 right now, and it's about putting up your best effort to finish out, because you're going to see these guys again. It's not too far away, and it's 12 more times this year. So you got to keep battling. 30 seconds, we'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right. Well, again, 3:54 to go, and it's, again, a 4-goal deficit. Need to find a way to put your statement on this game as the Binghamton Black Bears have continued to push and push and push Again, this is a team that for the past 2 years has not only been playoff bound, but has been a strong contender to play for the Cup. Hasn't quite made it there both times, falling behind to the Danbury hat-tricks. There's a penalty coming to Ryan Fritz for 2 minutes. So now it's a power play for the Binghamton Black Bears. And the faceoff will come to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. So, here we go. Shots on goal, 55-34. Puck won back, and now a fight coming right off the gate. Big hit right there as Black Bears wanting nothing to do with the River Sharks battlers. You see Stavros Soilis taking care of his man. Again, right off the hop. You love to see the grip, but again, you see Soilis head to the room. You'll see Pozar head to the room. And with 3:51 left to go, the River Sharks already down a man. Well, there it is for the first time this year. Baby Shark being played for the first time this season here. I'm sure we're going to hear it a lot. 3:51 to go in the third period. Here you see it right off the bat. Pozar went right after his man, Stanko. Minute 57 to go. I'm amazed 3 seconds ticked away there. But again, you love to see it out of the River Sharks. You're not rolling over, you're not playing dead. It's a team that cares, it's a team that has passion. 3 goals, however, not going to win you too many games in this league. You're going to have to come out and find ways to score goals. And, you know, Kuna Jackson came out, he's got 2 tonight. That was big. Lucchese added 1 of his own. Obviously, every goal helps. But Tyler Jurich said it from the get-go. You're going to be looking for scoring by committee. You don't have that one guy you can put out there and say, this is our guy. You love to see the captain getting involved. 5-on-3 now, according to the official. .351 to go in the third period. And if what I just saw from the official's hand signal is right, we're going to have 5-on-3 hockey, and it's going to be almost a full 2 minutes. So, puck drop to the right-hand side of the netminder. As again, one back shot, and it's off the crossbar there. Elmira battling. So again, Smith has possession. Fires it towards the net. Save again by Kozlowski. As again, there is a number of penalties. I will try to get those for you here in just a moment. There was a lot coming at me here. I thought I heard Coach Tyler Jurich with a penalty as well. I'll try to get all those here for you momentarily. Smith has possession now for Binghamton. Long look, passing across. Walters back to the point. That one skitters by the defenseman and will roll back to center ice. Again, this is the first of 13. These two teams are going to become quick enemies, and I think it started here tonight. Back to the point, it's Anderson. Back across to Smith. Smith Passed across again. Looking, waiting, shoot, save. Big stop there by Kozlowski. Kozlowski coming up big there. Again, that can't be expressed enough. Kozlowski has really done his part back there. 50 saves on the night. So White Duck with a leaving the players bench penalty. That was a game misconduct as Anderson takes possession. Back again. Fed around, kicked aside that time by D'Angelo. Binghamton maintains possession, sends it back to the point. Stone with it now, 2:48 left to go. Under a minute to go in the 5-on-3. Kicked aside again, Asp battling for it, but can't quite come up with it. Puck poke checked aside, trying to play it off. Picking it back up, Rasmus Asp, the assistant captain, hustling it out. Trying to move it along. Asp with a shot goes just wide. Asp chasing down his own rebound now. Again, it's 5-on-3. And it says something right there that Elmira's getting shots. 30 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Again, White Duck, Kirkby, both with game misconducts. Kuna Jackson with a misconduct. Tyler Jurich on sportsmanlike 2 minutes. And back again comes Binghamton. Rolled around the backside. So we're almost 17 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Puck played down and sent ahead by, I believe that was Mucha, as played back down. And again, Binghamton trying to get settled. Hustling back the other way. Logar. Last 5 seconds of the 5-on-3. One man out. Other man out. Moritz shot. Save again, and it goes just wide. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Picked off there by the River Sharks. Knocked back down and hustled back the other way. Quick pass up. Fritz into the zone. 3-on-2. Passed across the shot. Goes just wide. Moved aside. Garwood trying to feed it back. Looking for an opportunity as this puck's flipped out. We talked about it. It's important to make sure you get yourself back into situations that make sense and show some backbone, especially with many, many more chances to come against these guys. Puck played out. Binghamton with possession. Backhander. Save there by Kozlowski. And again, another opportunity. Kozlowski again with a save. Wrap around. Another stop by Kozlowski. And Elmira comes away with it. Fed back out. Trying to move it along. D'Angelo taken down at center ice. Thrown back down, goes just wide of the net as Kozlowski had gone to retrieve his stick. Last minute of the game. Kozlowski will cover up. And with 56.2 to go, the River Sharks trailing 7-3. The fans serenading the Elmira River Sharks right now. 56.2 seconds remain. As we'll see if Elmira has any response here. Last minute of this one. Avashkin being taken to the room now. Not sure what this is about. So 5-on-5, the official saying, again, I'm not sure what that situation was. Avashkin did head for the locker room. Puck is dropped. River Sharks have possession. Looking ahead. A defenseman falls down. Drop pass out back at center ice. River Sharks will regroup. Quick turnaround. Abusive official, that's the problem here. All right, so that's why Avashkin came off. Quick pass ahead, into the zone it goes. It's Cooper Bowman. Bowman trying to throw it towards the net, can't come away with it. Now JT Walters takes it back behind his own goal. Fed back to center ice. Asp with it. 25 seconds to go. If you're Elmira, you're just trying to make one last push, do something, put something positive on the scoreboard as Bowman dumps it in. Swiping at it was Richards, just couldn't come up with a touch. 14 seconds to go, and it looks like Binghamton's going to be happy to wring this one out. Last 7 seconds of this one. And the River Sharks going to take a loss in their first game as an organization. Kozlowski not even waiting for his team. He wants the door open and he wants to get off the ice. And there he goes. The team will head off. So, Asp goes over and shakes the hands of the officials. Shots on goal tell the story. Binghamton 61, Elmira 35. The final score goes 7-3 in favor of the Black Bears. And again, not what you wanted from your first game. But I'll tell you what, seen plenty of teams start where they struggle out of the gate, but they resume and get things going and find their scoring touch. And, it's really easy to get right back into it, especially in a league like this. So you never know what you've got until you get a few games into the season, you find your path, and you make your way. We'll see what the River Sharks are as time continues to go on. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here. Before we take off for the evening, wrap it up with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. After 2 in Danbury 2, the Watertown Wolves 1. Again, final here was 7-3 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. These two teams going to meet plenty. We'll see what goes on the rest of the season. For the first time, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm John Clement. Truly, truly, truly appreciate you all tuning in and sticking with us here on Mixler.com and YouTube, your home for River Shark hockey all season long. We will see you next Friday night live from Watertown. Good night, Elmira.